Welcome to Tuber Chat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The first channel that we're looking at today is somebody who is with us frequently and always engages conversation. This is Ms. QT is in the building, somebody who I also see out supporting a lot of other creators when I'm out trying to do the same thing. And they've been at this for a long time. They've been longtime friends of Tuber Chat. What you're going to find here is more spiritual inspiration and stories to be told from this creator. A lot of fitness as well, as a matter of fact. And most of the videos are quite short, but they've got quite a bit for us to see. They've gotten involved in shorts videos as well, which is great, and hopefully they'll start picking up. We'd love to push this creator a little bit farther from the 335 subscribers they've got today towards the 400 we know they must be thinking about. A couple of creators have dropped super chats right before we started here. So the Gaming Ham and TCG Fam are both going to be up right before I start spinning the wheel. We always put super chatters on the screen right away. Members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. But the wheel and the screen, of course, are open to everybody like always. And it will be a little while, probably a long while, but what we will do is eventually start adding names to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most active. So the hint there and the secret is to engage conversation. And when we get down to about 5 or 6 names on the wheel, I will add some more. And we've got quite a few names on the wheel already there. So Scratch and PPA, of course, is in the pole position. Michael's Adventure sends his regards. He's just working today. He'll likely be back with us on the weekend. He always makes sure to let everybody know he's thinking about us. He's a beloved and dedicated moderator. M&T Living and Cooking and Home Bartending with John, we're first in the door. Foxy's Friends is here with a gifted membership. And that might have been Home Bartending with John the other day or Don Ray B. And forgive me because we skipped a stream. My throat was just a little scratchy. I'm fine. It ended up turning out to be nothing, but I didn't want to make it worse. So we skipped Tuesday, and I can't for the life of me remember on Sunday. I should maybe write these things down. But, you know, Home Bartending with John, Don Ray B, many other creators have gifted memberships several times. Yellow Shirt Dad's dropping a super chat right now, so we're going to make sure we get that channel up before we start spinning the wheel. Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs and Coastal Water are both early in the door along with Day One Adventures, and I just put Just Jason Keto onto the wheel. And Jedi Cameron's in the house. Experience Africans is a longtime friend. Black Guns and Gardens, good to see you here. Danny Station is fairly new to Tuber Chat, just finding us within the last couple of weeks, so thanks for being back. Kurzo's been here just about every day the last few times. Little Ridge Farm needs to be added to the wheel, and Lark's Homesteadish is in the house as well. They're doing almost 24-hour streams, as a matter of fact. They've got some livestock and a cam that kind of keeps everybody pretty happy. There's always something different going on over there. I've been lucky to catch them several times. And Little Ridge Farm, I'm just getting you onto the wheel right now. Old Man King Homestead and Rebel Canners, good to see you in the house. Unstable TV Shorts is here from Ireland, and they've actually got 2 channels. They got Unstable TV and their new Shorts channel. Silent Silver, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And I see there's some more action I'm just about to miss in the chat there. Lark's Homesteadish, oh, thank you so much. I really do appreciate the extra generous support. And absolutely, I will get a couple of coffees with that. But thank you for that. Lark's Homesteadish will be up right after Yellow Shirt Dad because of that super chat. Now, like I said, for anybody that's brand new to Tuber Chat, or if you haven't been here many times, you do not have to super chat. You do not have to be a member to get onto the wheel or the screen. It's open to everyone, but we just do a couple of things to speed it up for those who have contributed in that way. Absolutely unnecessary, of course, but very much appreciated. Rosalind Brinson's just getting added to the wheel as well. And then I see my Canadian friend from Montreal, She Stole My Thunder, is in the house. Went to the gym 3 times. Time for donuts, coffee with milk and sugar. No, black coffee. I did have a black coffee only yesterday. What I've been doing lately, not that it matters, but just to let you know, is I alternate every single day hot and cold drinks. So I have at least a coffee every day, at least well, I try not to have hot chocolate every day, but almost every day. And sometimes tea. I'm going to try to trade the hot chocolate for tea. And now that the voice is okay, I'll try to get back on the treadmill. I said I wasn't going to talk about it anymore, but we'll see. If I say it enough, maybe I'll feel obligated to do it one day. Destination Fun, good to see you in the house. Thank you for being here. Let me get She Stole My Thunder in the queue. And again, we feature a different channel every single day here on Superchat based on impact and generosity that I've seen within the community. We do that across all of our social networks, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, and on the thumbnails of our videos. As you have seen, we do that so that you can literally meet hundreds of loyal and dedicated supporters, even when we're not live streaming. In between our live streams, of course, I want you to be growing your channel. Phil's Creepy Videos, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And that's another longtime friend, actually. Mark the Shark is here, an extremely generous friend who's still waiting for me to put on my second hat. I promise it's coming. I promise it is. As a matter of fact, I've been looking at my hair in the mirror the last couple of weeks, and I see it starting to thin. I have a feeling this whole area is going to be gone in a year or two. By the time we get to episode 1000, I might be wearing hats a lot more than I thought I might. But we'll see. I don't want to jinx it. And thank goodness for Mark the Shark. He sent over 2 hats now. One of which you've seen. The other one I'll break out shortly. Ms. QT is in the building. Is a longtime friend as well. Somebody who's been making frequent appearances. So I wanted to introduce this channel to you. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, you will find stories to be told from this creator. Quite a bit of fitness. And they will inspire us in a spiritual way. Grammy's Journal, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Abu is here from Egypt, and Tiffany Johnson Lava Shark. Good to see you here also. So, the Gaming Ham is actually out today. They've got their hands full, but they did come in and drop a super chat. They've done that countless times. We're going to have a look at both of their channels right now, and then we're on to TCG Fam. A few more super chatters, and we'll start spinning the wheel shortly. So, the Gaming Ham is an interesting name for a channel. If you haven't seen them before, they're an advocate for the ham radio community, and they bring us a lot of video gameplay. When we get into their live streams, you can get an idea of what they've been doing lately. I'm just going to take one of their latest live stream replays and put this into my catch-up list. That's just a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Playlists can be a wonderful tool for doing that, as well as helping with watch hours. So if anybody in the house right now would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. You see as well on the Gaming Ham's channel, a lot of the videos started to turn into 3D printing, and then when we get into shorts, we see quite a bit of that as well. So I'm just going to show you their second channel now. The 3D Printing Wolf 1. And I'm going to copy and paste this into the chat so that you can either copy and paste it yourself or type that out if you need to. We'll get to their second channel, and this is where they're going to bring us more 3D printing content. So they got 18 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them up and over the 20 that they're thinking about, a little bit farther on the road to the first 100. We know that the road to the first 100 is more challenging than ever, but as long as everybody does as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing, passing milestones like the first 100 and far beyond all the time. Black Guns and Gardens, thank you so much for the super chat. They're actually longtime friends as well, and I see them out supporting other creators also. When I'm out bouncing around trying to do the same thing. So we'll look at their channel right after She Stole My Thunder. And let's get on to TCG Fam right now. This is a longtime friend. I think TCG Fam's actually been with us a couple of years now. And I've been lucky to catch them many times. They're often out. So they do a lot of mukbang style videos. But they're actually usually out doing a lot of these. I catch them in a lot of live streams. And it's great that they take us on the road with them. They've obviously put out quite a few videos lately. I'm just going to take the latest video that they've put out. I see I'm behind. I'm going to put that into that catch-up list that I keep talking about, and that will help me stay caught up with them. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They've gotten into some shorts videos as well, so hopefully they keep posting a few more of those, and then I hope to catch you on a live stream again. I always have a good time when I'm hanging out with them. They've got quite an audience, and it's always an engaged conversation. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Little Ridge Farm, I've just spun the wheel. Forgive me, I'm supposed to put our super chatters up, and I just spun the wheel, so I'm getting a little ahead of myself. We still have to look at Yellow Shirt Dad, Lark's Homesteadish, She Stole My Thunder, and Black Guns and Gardens, so we'll do that in a moment. And then thank you, Virtual Shopkeeper sent over Two Old Guys Vintage and Resale. I think I got a comment from you the other day as well, so thank you for that, and it's great to have you here for the first time. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here, and Babs, same for you. Hopefully you're feeling welcome also. Everybody here will be willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Ocean Travel, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. And for anybody waiting out that 20-minute time limit, I do appreciate your patience, but it really does help with spamming and trolling and all that other stuff. We have very little of that here, luckily, because of it, so cross our fingers. I don't want to jinx that. Come Hither with Heather is in the house. And am I right that Werner's Adventures got 1,000? I think somebody put a comment somewhere about that, or let me know on another social network. I saw it fly by quickly as a notification of some sort. Ocean Travel, thank you so much for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. And for that reason, we'll look at their channel right after Black Guns and Gardens. So I got ahead of myself and I spun the wheel, but Little Ridge Farm is a channel we know very well. They're here with us just about every single day. I think it is every day lately, actually. This is Mark, and they come to us from the homesteading community of channels. Don Ray B, forgive me, I'm not sure if I officially said hello to you. I'm just going to put you on the wheel right now. I know you came in just as I was mentioning the gifted memberships. Don Ray B's done that a few times, but Foxy's Friends was given a thank you in the chat for their gifted membership. The Bullock Experience is pushing towards 1,000 now. I think they passed 700 if I'm right. They have a live stream set up, or they did that already, if I'm not mistaken. And the Bullock Experience actually has 2 channels, and we'll look at both of those for sure when we get their channel up. So Little Ridge Farm comes to us from the homesteading community of channels. They've got an interesting story. It's going to pull on your heartstrings. I've mentioned it enough times that I don't quite get choked up the way I did 6 months ago, but their house actually burned down. It's not what the channel's about, it's just a part of their story, but they're in the process of recouping, rebuilding. We get to follow this creator and his daughter on their journey as they rebuild and recoup, like I'm saying. And Mark is a dynamic creator, but somebody who's built up quite a reputation as a friend to a lot of channels. You'll see him on a lot of StreamYard panels if you haven't already. I just ran into him again the other day. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. They've got some shorts videos. We get a great look at the family life behind the channel. He does a lot of live streaming as well. And even during all of the different things that go on with this family and their channel, he still manages to be out supporting everybody in all the typical generous ways that we talk about. So I hope you'll connect with him. We'd love to push him towards the 700 subscribers he's thinking about. What the Flock is in the house, and Smallholder Homestead. I'm going to get you onto the wheel right now, and then we'll get ready to get to another channel. We're moving a little bit faster than we usually do today. And Butler Family Farm is here. they've been here just about every day as well. So thank you, everybody. I really do appreciate that. I know not everybody can be here every day or for 2.5 hours every time we stream, but I really do appreciate every moment that everybody can spend, especially when I keep moving the times of the streams around. Typically, I do that. I change up the days and times so we can reach different creators. It's not necessarily advisable for every channel, but in this case it works out, and we've been around long enough that the channel's solid, so we'll always have people in. But you have to make the right decision for your own channel, whether you want to follow a perfect schedule, which we see is very beneficial, especially for niche channels. And then if you want to mix things up, then you just want to be deliberate about how you're doing that. So that's Little Ridge Farm. Next up is Yellow Shirt Dad. Yellow Shirt Dad dropped a super chat on us. Pardon me. And Yellow Shirt Dad's actually been getting talked about quite a bit. This is a channel that just came blazing into the Superchat family with some serious impact, because this is a really very nice and likable guy. You know, sometimes when you say, like, this is a really nice guy, I think it can kind of it doesn't do justice, although he is a very nice guy. But this is somebody who is literally making everybody smile every single day. First of all, in his content, because he's got a joke of the day. If you look hard enough through other people's channels, you might find Yellow Shirt Dad without a yellow shirt on. But on his channel, you'll find him with the yellow shirt. He actually was just telling the story about the yellow shirts the other day, yesterday, I think, on another live stream. He's hopping in on other people's channels, sharing content in that way. And I know building serious friendships with creators outside, which is great. So this is a creator that just, like, literally came stomping into the Tuber Chat family, and really has had impact immediately on all of us, myself included. So I hope everybody will connect with them. And Yellow Shirt Dad is here with us just about every day since finding us as well. 521 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 600 they're thinking about. They've got quite a few shorts here. Some of those are getting into the thousands of views. And then videos, like I said, every single day I'll put the latest joke of the day into my catch-up list, and that'll give me a chance to make sure I don't miss out on that one. Thank you one more time for another super chat. I really do appreciate that. And then Lark's Homesteadish is coming up for the same reason. If anybody has the ability to share this stream right now, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now, and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay, because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. The Inquisitive Farm Wife, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active in the chat, we should get around to everybody. And then Lark's Homesteadish is up right now. So they actually happen to be live right now. Like I was saying, they've got just about a 24-hour live stream going on. I should ask them. There's Get to the Farm as well. Thank you for coming in. Lark's Homesteadish, I'm just curious because I'm not 100% sure. Let me look at the live streams and I'll be able to tell in a second here. So they're doing something that is fantastic for watch hours. And this is something we were doing on our music channel for a while. I'm not going to go back to doing that right now. Hopefully I'll get the music channel up and running again with daily streams soon, but they'll be short, not 24 hours. But in this case, Lark's Homesteadish, what they're doing is setting their live streams to end right before the 12-hour mark. And what that does for anybody that's considering a 24-hour stream, I don't want to encourage it, I just want to say if you're considering it, then by cutting your streams before the 12-hour mark, you keep all of the watch hours that went on. If it goes beyond 12 hours, you can lose the watch hours, and that's something that's been a thing for a long time, and we've done it. Like, I've done it on another channel of my own as well. Two Pineapples has given us some help with that, and then some other creators have experimented with it as well. But Lark's Homesteadish has known what they're doing before ever hearing me say anything about it, which is great. They're certainly onto something, and you know, I know a lot of people really enjoy when some of the homesteading and farming and ranching channels have these livestock cams in different ways. So they keep moving these around because they were doing something else a while ago as well. yeah, hopefully everybody will enjoy these. I caught them last night, which is great. And they've got some shorts videos as well. We'll see what they're doing with these. When I click on the popular tab, we see that some of these are getting into the thousands of views, which is great. And then live streams are regularly done. I'm just going to take one of the latest videos too and put that in my catch-up list because I know I'm behind with videos. But Lark's Homesteadish is here with us frequently, and I see them out supporting others all the time as well. Hope Bus, another fellow Canadian, only about a half an hour away from where I am around the Niagara Falls area, is in the house. Thank you for coming back in. Steven's Vlogs, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And James Gipe, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. That's a longtime friend as well. He's got another growth stream. You'll meet lots of friends and family members over there in a similar way to what we do here. And then let's get to our next channel. She Stole My Thunder is a fellow Canadian. And thank you one more time, Lark's Homesteadish and She Stole My Thunder, for your super chats. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. Now, She Stole My Thunder tells us on her banner that she reviews books, art, and movies, but there's a lot more to this channel. I'm going to talk about it in a second. I just need a moment, pardon me. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. She Stole My Thunder, when we talk about books, art, and movies, she actually does a lot of these reviews, taking us out actually to is it the Museum of Fine Arts? I think it is, in Montreal. I'm going to just take the latest video. They're putting out videos frequently, as a matter of fact. And then they've done this a couple of times. Happy birthday messages. There's one for Scratch and Pete from almost half a month ago, I guess there. And then this creator will bring us a lot of stories to be told. Sometimes they're reading, sometimes they're giving opinion, a lot of helpful videos. Here's some of their story videos as well. And then when we get into the live streams, they do a lot of this also. I was lucky to catch them recently. Here's a helpful video to talk about how to make thumbnails for free with Canva, which is both a website and an app for iPhone, Android, and anywhere else you want to use that. And it's very popular. I've used it as well. And then shorts videos they're getting into, so hopefully those continue also. Now, She Stole My Thunder now is approaching 1,500 subscribers and is halfway on that road, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit closer in that direction. It's D is in the house. I'm going to get you onto the wheel. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Super chatters get put on the screen right away in order. So thank you again. She Stole My Thunder. Black Guns and Gardens is coming up for the same reason right now. And I really do appreciate that extra generous support to get us started for today. Black Guns and Gardens is another longtime friend, actually. I think they've been with us maybe a year, if I'm not wrong about that. Ghostly Precious Art and Craft. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. I believe it's your second time here. And forgive me if I am not correct about that. Oh, and Get to the Farm. Yeah, I moved it today. I was going to do it at 1 p.m. Eastern, and then I moved it a few hours. I tend to do that. I try not to do it too much. Woman Outdoors is in the house. Good to see you here. Woman Outdoors has built up an incredible reputation as a supporter. And it's wonderful after you start your YouTube journey to know that after, some period of time, you'll actually be missed if you're not there. A couple people reached out. Woman Outdoors was just off for a couple of days there without videos, but it was noticed. I'll tell you that for sure. So that's an incredibly supportive creator who's definitely having an impact on others. Ron's Keto Cafe, good to see you in the house. And Rambling with the Brooms is here, another fellow Canadian. Now they happen to be another member. Rambling with the Brooms. Scott, I'm just going to get you onto the wheel. I missed procrastination in the Sugar Shack today. I know you were on, but I was working, so pardon me. Was Hell is in the house. Good to see you here. Andy's Journey, good to see you here also. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody. As long as everybody's active, we should get around to everybody in the chat. So Black Guns and Gardens is going to talk to us about preparedness, self-sufficiency, And here we go. Self-sufficiency through gardening, prepping, aquaponics, and self-defense as well. They post videos frequently. I can see I'm behind. I'm just going to take the latest one. I didn't mean to download it, but that's all right. I click too fast sometimes. I'm going to put it in my catch-up list here, that playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. We'll have a look at your shorts for a second. You see that these are starting to get into the well over 1,000 views. And this is great because I'm assuming, I've seen this Jackery power supply first before, so I'm assuming that that's a sponsored video as a product review. I wonder if this one might be either way. A lot of channels start with product reviews without being sponsored. I've done tons of them. Either things that you buy that you think people might like to see unboxed and reviewed and set up and things like that, but that easily moves into sponsored product reviews and things like that. AACon50, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And let's look next at Ocean Travel. So thank you one more time, Black Guns and Gardens, for another super chat. I really do appreciate that. I'm hoping we can push them towards the 1,200 subscribers they're thinking about right now. And for the same reason, Ocean Travel's coming up. So again, we always put super chatters on the screen right away in order. Members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. But the wheel and the screen are open to everybody. You do not have to super chat. You do not have to be a member to get onto the wheel or the screen. It takes a long time these days, but after a little while, I will add some names to our wheel from our chat list, and we can stay up to another 2.5 hours today if everybody would like to. Lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen, and we're moving faster than we usually do today as well. Wazhell is dropping a super chat. Thank you for that. They've done that before. And Imelda Salo Show is in the house. I've got them on the wheel. Emmanuel, Pharaoh guitarist, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in for the first time. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Thank you for the share, Jedi Cameron and Lark's Homesteadish. Yeah, me too. I love seeing all these travel videos now and channels that are dedicated to it. I was very lucky once in my life, a long time ago, to work on a cruise ship for a summer. And it really was it was definitely a life-changing experience, that's true. You know, often you hear people say that and you're like, what on earth are you talking about? So I'll give you an example. Some of you who've been with us for a while might wonder, how does this guy talk for 2.5 straight hours without ever stopping? And part of that comes because I worked in radio. That was what led to me getting that job, but I was quite young. I was 23 when I worked on that cruise ship, and I was on there as a DJ. But what happened was, for anybody who's been on a cruise, you'll be familiar with the idea that on usually the first night of the cruise staff, which includes the DJ, the cruise director, and a few other people, will usually get on stage and introduce themselves, let you know what you can expect, so that you kind of become familiar with them right away. And it was funny because I got on the ship at 4 or 5 o'clock, and by, I think it was 7 or 8 o'clock at night, we were on the getting ready to do the show, and they said, okay, get on stage, introduce yourself, tell everybody you're going to be in the club all week. I'm like, what? And I'd never done anything like that before. And they say the number one fear in the world is talking in front of an audience. Now, I'd been lucky I'd been able to do a lot of talking in front of smaller audiences before that, but you can imagine, I think my leg was actually shaking while I was standing on stage doing that thing. But afterwards, I came out a little bit more confident, and that was after doing that for an entire summer. But I do always get a feeling of nostalgia whenever I see this kind of content. Ocean Travel's bringing us a lot of cruising right now. I expect more travel on their channel as well. But they're also out supporting other creators, and I see that every single day. Modern War Gaming Squad with Jory. Good to see you in the house. They're also a member, so I'll put them on the wheel. They just had a slight name change there. Local Life Outdoors. Good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Was Hell is coming up next. And Andy's Journey, thank you for your super chat. That's an extremely generous thing to have done. Thank you for that. I really do appreciate that. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated. Your channel will be up right after Was Hell for that reason. And again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. Oh, first public speech. Actually, you know what was ironic is, just to think of it now, I did really well in school for speeches when we were in like 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. And it wasn't because I was naturally talented or anything like that. It wasn't that. I had watched a speech competition at another school. I don't remember why we were there, but we were watching a speech competition. And there was a girl who did a speech in front of the school, and what they were having her do was continue giving that speech like to different groups to demonstrate because she'd done such a great job. And I was so angry because this girl had done really well, but it wasn't really a speech. It was a story, almost like a comedy routine. Now, she did great at that, but I was like, that's not what we're supposed to have done. You didn't follow the rules. So all I did when I got to the 8th grade was copy her style and made a story. I used to play hockey when I was a kid, so I made this whole speech about like, what if I was a hockey puck? What would my life be like? And, you know, I know it sounds ridiculous the way I'm talking about it now, but totally not a speech. Not talking about prime ministers and you know, the difference between the way we look at the economy or the climate and things like that. But I did extremely well because I copied somebody else's style who was doing great. But anyway, long story. Forgive my long speeches today. So ocean to ocean travel. Let's look at your shorts videos for a second. Hopefully these continue. And then live streams are something that they're doing frequently. Hopefully I'll catch them again very soon. But we're not doing too badly so far, and they're posting fairly frequently. So hopefully we'll see some new videos also. Venom for Life. Good to see you in the house. That's a friend of over 2 years for sure. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat while I've been talking. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And then Ocean Travel, thank you again for your super chat. I really do appreciate that. Wazel is coming up for the same reason. I hope I'm pronouncing that right still to this moment. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it the way you intend to be for it to be pronounced. And then Day One Adventures is still in the house. I've got you on the wheel. So Was Hell is a channel that I'm still getting to know. Now, they're putting out quite a few shorts videos by the look of it here, and these are starting to really move into the thousands of views. They got a couple over 10,000, which is great. Live streams seem to be something they're doing a couple of times a week, so hopefully I'll catch you for one of those. And just looking at your videos, I'm going to take your second latest video, Wrestling Crate. I love these monthly subscription boxes of all types. I watch all kinds of those unboxing videos. It's not the unboxing of it so much like for the sake of unboxing, but the surprise. I really enjoy that. Maybe it's the reaction that people get from it. I just think it's a wonderful business model, and it's great that over the last 10 years we've had so many monthly subscription boxes come out. You can literally get like socks if you want. You can get anything at all in the world. Comic books, candles, there's makeup ones, there's vinyl record ones, there's obviously wrestling ones, and every other thing under the sun. Lori's Tech Time brings us Gadget Discovery Club for electronics as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Was Hell. They're fairly new to Tuber Chat, just being with us for a month or two so far, but they've got 265 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 300 that they're thinking about. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open, hopefully catch it the next time around. And it seems that might be the thing, Andy's Journey. I haven't seen any decline that I can think of in channels in general with their videos if they're not producing a lot of shorts. But shorts can really give you a bump in subscribers, especially if your shorts are related to your long-form content, whether it's live streams or videos. just curious, how many hours a week do I spend on my own page and then visiting others? I wonder if you mean that, Hope Bus, for me or for everybody. But in my case, how much do you spend on your own page? I can't imagine I spend a lot of time on my own page, like on my own YouTube channels, whether it's Superchatter, whether it's my own or something else, unless it's for things like tags, descriptions, thumbnails. I change my mind 100 times about a lot of different things, but it's like lickety-split fast. I can change things up and redo thumbnails, repost. Like, I was going to put out a lot of premieres. I changed my mind. I'm just going to release these videos. I've got an experiment coming up. I mix up the days and times. I experiment a lot with one of my channels, but as often as I can. If you can imagine, a lot of creators probably do the same thing that I'm going to describe, but I'm lucky enough to have 2 monitors. So when you see me look over here, it looks like I'm looking way off. I actually have a second monitor, and so like this is where I read the chat. I've got a window here. I've got my Bottissimo list in another window. I've got Streamlabs desktop over there. And on that monitor, when I'm just working during the week, like let's say doing my job, if you want to call it that, editing videos or whatever else, then I usually have like 4 live streams running at a time, or 3 in a playlist, depending on what I'm doing. So it's hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. Now, there's still lots of creators who are able to do a lot more than I do when it comes to supporting others, but I do as much as I can. As long as all of us are doing as much as we can, then everybody is doing just fine. We see that all the time. I wonder if that's what you mean, Hope Bus. But I could tell you this as well. I do a lot more busy work than is necessary. So if somebody was to clock my hours every week and say, like, Kevin, how much time do you spend on Superchat between the graphics and the social media posts and stuff like that, I would probably say 20 hours a week between the live streams, which are anywhere from 10 to 12 hours, between 4 of them, to another 10 hours of probably 3 hours of useful work and 7 hours of nonsense. Maybe not quite, but somewhere thereabouts, right? And that's just an idea. But that's just for, I don't know if it's the love of it, if I can really say it that way, but I don't know how else to describe it. The Hillbilly Chicken Ranch is in the house. I've got them on the wheel. Thank you for that. And thank you for these highlighted milestone messages. Ben Cyan Games, I've got you on the wheel. Yeah, March is already done. I can't believe it. And then thank you, Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs. And the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. And Women Outdoors, thank you for the highlighted milestone message as well. You'll all notice that those knock a lot of life off of our stream bots. So Andy's Journey took it over all in one swoop. And that's the video game life meter under my camera there. Every Super Chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of the stream boss. The last person to knock it out gets some extra exposure for a little while, as we've seen. But those highlighted milestone messages knock a little bit of life off of that, and eventually somebody else will take over as well. And then Rosalind Brinces is asking, is Streamlabs better than StreamYard? I wouldn't say better, I would just say different, right? So Streamlabs allows a lot more freedom in the way you design your screen and things like that. You can see all the stuff I have all over the screen on Superchat. But it runs off of 99% of people are running it off a computer at home, like I am right now. It's possible to do it off a cloud, which I was doing with the music channel, where you basically like rent a cloud server or cloud computer and have it running there. But it's a program, and it allows a lot of customization, way more than StreamYard. However, if you notice, in the first few episodes of Superchat, I started with StreamYard, and I still use it to this day. Even on our 100, 200, 300, and 400th episode, when I had Elevate with Vern come and join me on panel, I was using StreamYard for that. I do love it as a service. I know it's improved even since the last time I've used it. They've got new things coming out all the time, which is great. But it's just a matter of choice and preference. You don't necessarily need to have all the stuff that somebody like me right now has on the screen. Like, for instance, the Stream Boss is just a widget that comes along with Streamlabs, but you can still use that in other places. On the bottom corners of the screen, you just see screenshots, and those are basically for members and moderators, but they're not something I include in the memberships, right? If you were to look at the memberships and see what's included, those are not included. It's just something extra, because a lot of times in marketing, you'll hear from people, you should always be trying to do more than you promise for anybody that's ever paying for anything, right? So that's just in the spirit of that. And then in the middle, I have it's called a activity. I think it's called an activity log. I forget what it's called. But basically every super chat and membership and things like that just stays in a list for a few minutes there. So you see that. Don Ray B is gifting a membership again, so thank you for that. Unstable TV Shorts, we'll certainly be happy to have that. I'm going to put them on the wheel right away because I know they're here. They've actually got 2 channels, and we'll look at those both when we get them up. So thank you for that. Don Ray B's done that countless times, actually, and it's an incredibly generous thing to have done. And for that reason, I'll put Don Ray B up as the next channel that we're going to look at, because I started a while back treating those like super chats. 12 Stones Ranch, good to see you here. Challenging Kitchen, good to see you in the house as well. And then Woman Outdoors is actually dropping a super chat right now for Yellow Shirt Dad. And that's really cool. So thank you for that, LB. Woman Outdoors is already a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here, to say the least. But it's wonderful to see that extra generosity. And like I said, Yellow Shirt Dad is having an impact on quite a few people here. So we'll put that channel up right after Don Ray B. And thank you again for that extra generous support. The Stock Explorer's in the house. I got into a bit of a long speech a while ago, so we're falling behind here, but that's okay. Pedrosa Travels in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Andy's Journeys, thank you one more time for that generous super chat. I really do appreciate that. Actually, Butler Family Farm, did I miss something there? I think I did. Butler Family Farm, forgive me, I almost missed your super chat there. I'm going to put you up right before Yellow Shirt Dad, actually, and you'll see that Butler Family Farm has taken over the Stream Boss, like I was talking about. Every super chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of that Stream Boss, the video game life meter under my camera there, until somebody knocks it out and then takes over and gets some extra exposure for a while. So thank you for that. Forgive me if I'm missing anything in the chat. If you've mentioned something you wanted me to see, the questions I was somewhat answering, then just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up if there's something I need to clarify, or if I missed something altogether, and I'll try to catch it the next time around. Or if you can, @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. And then so one of the things that I can give everybody as a hint as well, after a long while I'll start adding names to the wheel from the chat list. The best way to make that happen is by engaging in true conversation in the chat. The truth is, I don't know how it does it, but the robot that I have in the background that I almost showed you there for a quick second, which is called Botissimo, this keeps track of everybody in the chat and how much they're engaging, and somehow it's able to go beyond how many messages you send into like the content of those messages. So you'll find after a while, when I start adding names to the wheel, if I show you the list, you'll see that the people who've been most engaged are the ones who are at the top of that list. So that's just a hint, right? The number of messages that you send, if you just I do appreciate people reminding each other the thumbs up and things like that, but if that's all we're doing, or just saying hello, it doesn't work as fast as you might think it does. That's just a hint. Together We Travel, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. I see them out supporting creators all the time as well. And then, is Songbits Laura in the house? Did I miss them coming in as well? Yes, Songbits Laura has hit 500. Wonderful. And hopefully we'll keep that going for you as well. And, okay, Andy's Journey. Forgive me, I haven't even talked about your content yet. Andy's Journey is exploring places for us, checking out tourist places, old history, and hidden places to see what they are, what they could be, and what is left. A little bit of something for everyone is the hope on the channel. So I'm just going to grab your latest video. I can see I'm behind. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That will help me to get caught up. And then when we look at the shorts, they're getting into well over 1,000 views, getting into over 2,000 now, which is great. Hopefully that continues. And then live streams might be an idea for the future as well. So thank you again for your generous super chat. Andy's journey is absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated, of course. And next up is Dawn Ray B. She gifted a membership, which was picked up by Unstable TV Shorts. I know they'll be excited to have that. They are long-time generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters here. And then when we look at Dawn Ray B, this is a creator that comes to us from the homesteading community of channels. They recently moved to a 4-acre property, and they're sharing their homesteading journey with us. But as well, they want to inspire us to do something that they are in the process of doing and have done, which is literally to chase your dreams and make them come true. Because the truth is, over a long period of time, it's probably possible for almost anybody to do anything that they want. I just heard something like that again the other day, where they say you can have anything you want in 5 years. 5 years feels like a long time, and I'm sure those of us who are a little bit older than others might agree and say that, 5 years doesn't seem like such a big deal the older you get, right? Because we've been through a few of those. But, I'm just saying it might look a little bit different to somebody who's 50 years old than it does to somebody who's 20 years old, for instance, right? It can feel like an eternity when when you haven't been quite through so many, but after a little while saying, 5 years is nothing. And I'll show you an example of that. Not that I had 5 years in mind, because we didn't really know. I didn't calculate it out. But Superchat started just about 3 years ago now. That next month, I get to say 3 years ago. And we're at 551 episodes right now. So math would tell us all that in another about 2.5 to 3 years, probably by the end of the summer of 2025, we're going to get to 1,000 episodes. But you'll notice that I intended that when we started. Not knowing how long it would take, but the episodes were numbered 001, 002. So the idea of how time is really flying, somebody like Scratch and PPA, who's been here from basically the beginning, would understand right away. Wow, 3 years. Not too long at all. Size Matters Catfishing, good to see you in the house for the first time. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect. So please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And then Dawn Ray B, like I said, wants to inspire us to chase our dreams because it's possible. So forgive my long speech again. For some reason, I can't seem to control myself when I start talking about this stuff. But I think it's wonderful that we've got somebody that's literally trying to inspire others based on their own experiences. I hope to take inspiration from them as well. I've just taken your latest video and put this into my catch-up list. I didn't realize I learned something again the other day. I forget from which homesteading friend it was in a live stream, I think, and they were talking about the I think it was just in the chat, but somebody was talking about the Farmer's Almanac will tell you when your last frost day is expected to be each year, because I happen to be in Canada, so the idea of planting anything at all, if it's going to be outdoors, has to be planned properly. But perhaps Dawn Ray B can help us with a little bit of that as well. And you'll get the story on their About page when they talk about their 4-acre property, how they moved and wanted for a while to be in a homesteading lifestyle, which now they're in. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that inspiration from them. And thank you one more time for that gifted membership. Again, Unstable TV will be ecstatic to have that, I'm sure. They are dear friends, and they've had memberships many times. But they got 2 channels now, so it bounces between the 2. But they are just killing it right now. I'm going to be excited to talk about their channel, too, because they've passed a major milestone again recently. They've probably blown right by it by now. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. And then, Yeah, Silent Silver just asked how's the weather. I don't know if that's for me or for anybody else, but in Canada, if you could believe it, we had a blizzard for about 3 seconds yesterday, and people were losing their minds because it's looked like spring turning into summer for a while there, but it's not bad today. And then Butler Family Farm is up right now. So I group a lot of channels together, the homesteading community, I say, and I hear group a lot of channels like farming, ranching, gardening, outdoor camping, a lot of the fishing channels, just about anything outdoor, bushcraft, preparedness, self-sufficiency, and things like this, because I find that a lot of the creators behind these channels have a lot of similarities in the idea that they want to share knowledge and resources with each other and with others. And Butler Family Farm fits into that mold, certainly. And, 4K, my dear goodness, Women Outdoors, got the watch hours. That's wonderful. I can tell you right now, and I'll try to remember to mention it again, but as a matter of fact, the Stock Explorer actually had reached out and kind of mentioned the idea, probably to more than just me, about the idea of running. I think they actually said it in their stream yesterday about running playlists to make sure that your channel was rolling. So that's wonderful, and I know the Stock Explorer will be happy to know that as well. So thank you for that. If they didn't know, I'm sure they already knew, but thank you for the extra super chat. I really do appreciate that. And it's wonderful to see that we're going to be hearing a monetization story any moment from Women Outdoors. The Coffee Walks and Whatever is in the house. That's another fairly new channel here to Tuber Chat, but they're going to give us stories to be told. They've already got a video well over 1,000 views. I just watched it today, as a matter of fact. Today or yesterday. Butler Family Farm is up right now. They've got 762 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 800 that they're thinking about. Cruising Koozies, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. And then Butler Family Farm is going to have interesting content for us to see because they got quite a bit of livestock over here, but they've got a property of 116 acres. So they got cattle, goats, donkeys, a couple of horses, llamas, as well as chickens, and then 4 dogs and 4 cats. And then they're going to be showing us a lot more than their homesteading activity. So a lot of family togetherness here with woodworking, fiber crafts, blacksmithing, gaming, as well as gardening, and travel whenever possible. So hopefully everybody will enjoy the variety that comes on this channel. I see that they've got a live stream coming up, so I've got the notification on for that. And we're recommending for everybody to put notifications on for everything that you see, whether they're premieres or live streams, because it sends an engagement, signal of interest into the YouTube algorithm. Andre Southgate, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And Silent Silver's got a couple of videos, over 1,000 views, which is great. Our New Land, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I'm going to start an experiment in a few days. Next week, I'm going to start an experiment where I'm going to put out 16 shorts videos in a row, all that have been snipped out of long-form videos on my personal channel. And I'm also going to put them on the other networks like Facebook Reels and Instagram Reels. Wicked Awesome Gardening is a channel that I caught the other day. They've been friends of Tuber Chat for a while now, but I caught them the other day on a live stream. And if you can catch it, they actually tell a story about some monster growth on their channel. The ability to gain, I think they said 1,700 subscribers from a move that they made, putting some short-form content as Facebook Reels, if I understand right. And I am absolutely going to copy that idea. So I'll tell you this, for anybody who hasn't heard me say this very much, and I'll try to stop with the long speeches today, but I learn from creators of all sizes every single day. I certainly do not want to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do with their channel. I experiment with my own, just like everybody else. I happen to have been here for about 6 years. I have not built a channel to 100,000 subscribers yet. It looks like it might be coming within the next couple of years, if not maybe even sooner by now. It won't be my channel, but one that I run. But as well, one of the videos that we've done has passed 900,000 views now. So it's going to be the first video that gets 1 million views that I've produced. But All I intend to do here in Tuber Chat is bring that experience to the table, and then we can discuss all the different things that we have to do in our YouTube journeys, and we can all learn from each other. And if you're here with Tuber Chat long enough, you'll hear me tell stories about times I've been corrected, or inspiration that I've taken from other creators here in the Tuber Chat family. And, you know, we can all learn from each other and then make the best decisions for our own channels and videos and things like that. So, Wicked Awesome Gardening is the one that has that story that I'm talking about in their live stream. But I'm absolutely going to take a page out of their book, add a little bit of flavor to it, and try an experiment, and then I'll let everybody know how that goes. It'll be done by mid-April. And Via Speaks Royalties on the Wheel Butler Family Farm has got videos. I'm just going to take the latest one and put this into my catch-up list. Are you posting as frequently as I think you are? Yeah, you are. 4 videos this week. And then shorts. They're getting into the thousands of views, which is great. Hopefully that continues. And then live streams are something that they do somewhat frequently. It looks like once or twice a week, but hopefully I'll catch the next one. I got my notification bell on for that. Just one video, and it was 6 years ago, but that was with no experience. Tuber Chat did not exist yet. And while I'm putting Yellow Shirt Dad up onto the screen, I will tell you this. When I started on YouTube almost 6 years ago, 6 years ago next month, the first channel that we started with was not mine. I started running a channel for somebody else before I did mine a year later. But that channel took 6 months to get 100 subscribers, and the owner of the channel had to sit on the phone with a friend of 20 years for half an hour to beg them to click the subscribe button just to give them their 100th subscriber. So we've come a long way from there. I don't think there's anybody in the chat that's had to go through 6 months of waiting for the first 100. I hope not. And if that's the case, we'll be getting you there very, very soon. I promise you, because things have really changed over the last few years. Thank goodness. Yellow Shirt Dad is up right now. Forgive me. Just to expand on the story, though. That same creator started a 4th channel last year. Last year at this time, actually, a couple months earlier. And that channel got 250 subscribers the first day. So that's an example of how far you can go within that amount of time. And certainly a lot less now, because now we all have each other to help, right? And Tuber Chat, as an idea back then, there was already 3 years ago lots of growth streams. Some of them are still here. James Gype was here earlier. He's still going. But they're all run a little bit differently. And all that Tuber Chat was meant to be is another growth stream, but the focus would be put on the friendships, because I understand, being in social media for about 25 years now, basically, and marketing and everything else, that's where the magic really happens. It has nothing to do with me. Like, I know I appreciate everybody listening to my stories. I know we like to see channels on the screen, but the magic is really in the friendships that are made when you connect with other people in the chat. It's heartwarming for me to hop into everybody's channels and see the inside jokes that come around. Somebody like Yellow Shirt Dad, who's really having impact. He's been playing games with other creators. He's been hopping in on other StreamYard panels, and I love seeing that, because at least we get to see that it's working. We know that everybody is better off, and all the newest people that are going to be coming into the system, because people are starting channels every day, right? So all the people that we don't know yet, that we're going to know 6 months from now, we're going to make it easier for them than it was for us. That goes for everybody. So it's just an idea. And there you go. Yeah, Silent Silver. It took a long time a while back, but luckily we're making it easier for everybody now. Jose Fantasticville, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Our Treasured Home, good to see you here. Forgive me, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. See, I can't take a day off, because otherwise I'm going to talk everybody's ear off for hours. Steph Sells Stuff by the Seashore is in the house. And as long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. So, Yellow Shirt Dad is up right now. This is the creator I talked about earlier that brings us the joke of the day. Did we look at this channel already? No, did we? Yeah, I think we did. Forgive me, yeah, we're looking at it twice now. And I think that's because Woman Outdoors actually dropped a super chat for them. So, yeah, we'd already, because I took this video and I put it in my catch-up list already. So, forgive me, talking way too much today. But thank you, Woman Outdoors, for that. And like I said, Yellow Shirt Dad's really having a lot of impact on a lot of people, so that's wonderful. And I'm sure that's going to continue. So, oh, and there you go, Just Jason Keto. Thank you for that. Forgive me for taking the advantage of the opportunity to say, on top of what Just Jason Keto is saying there, once they started networking and supporting others, they found their channel growing faster. Which is great, and that's, you know, a big part of it. You're when you introduce somebody to your channel, like Woman Outdoors has an outdoor channel. She does camping, reviews, cooking, fishing, bushcraft, product reviews, anything basically related to outdoors. And even for somebody like myself, who, like, you know, I'm indoors all the time. My happy place is behind 3 computer screens with a tablet and a couple of phones beside me, right? But I really enjoy the content that I see. And when you introduce somebody to your channel, like Just Jason Keto obviously is going to talk to us about healthy eating, healthy living, and a keto-based diet, he might be making a fan not only out of his channel, out of somebody for his channel, if that makes sense, and his content, but for the genre. So you might introduce somebody to your channel, and Just Jason Keto might be the first channel that somebody's seen that's, you know, keto based, and then Woman Outdoors might be the first channel that somebody on YouTube finds that's doing camping and bushcraft and outdoor cooking and fishing and hiking and all the different things that Woman Outdoors does. But then they might say, oh wow, this is really cool, I want to see more of this. Even myself, when I look for how to do something, if I had to perform some kind of action that I don't know how to perform, I might look it up on YouTube as a how-to video. I usually watch 3 of them to see what the first 2 didn't mention that the third one might catch, right? Something like that. Bumby Selby, good to see you in the house. That's another friend that's been with us from the very beginning. That's well over 3 years now. Could be 3.5. Shock Theater Official, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. I think this is your first time here, and forgive me if I'm wrong about that, but hopefully you are feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And then Woman Outdoors. So this creator, like I said, brings us everything outdoors. They happen to be in the Erie, Pennsylvania area, and what they're able to bring us then is all 4 seasons. So what I find most compelling about this channel, Woman Outdoors has probably been a friend longer than a year now, I think it is, and forgive me for being mistaken while I race through the speech now, but Woman Outdoors is able to bring us the sun, the rain, the snow, the extreme heat, the extreme cold. There's some of the snow right there in a shorts video, and they take us outdoors to really interesting places, usually camping. I'm just going to take this live stream replay and put it in my catch-up list here. And hopefully Woman Outdoors will grab some new videos as soon as they can. But they've still got some shorts that have been coming out, which is great. And definitely a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And has been for a long, long time. But I find this channel compelling because they're able to bring us an interesting twist on outdoors, right? There'll be a difference in a channel from Florida, like the Stock Explorer, what they're going to do with Tropical Buzz, and show us like some plant life and growing. They're completely unrelated channels, but these creators just happen to be friends. But the Stock Explorers in Florida, they're not going to be able to show us as much snow as Woman Outdoors is going to be able to show us, but they will be able to show us a lot more aspects that relate to their climate, right? So it's interesting when we have all these different things we might not have thought of, even in the mix of all the different categories and genres of channels when we started our YouTube journey, if that makes sense. Rock Chick Beauty, thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. She's done that countless times. She comes to us from the UK for that reason. I'm going to put that channel up next. Super chatters always get put on the screen right away in order, and members always get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Emotion also happens to be a member and a moderator. I'm just going to get them onto the wheel. And we'll be looking at them soon enough as well. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody. Nora's going to go camping in the snow next year? Yeah, maybe. Even I haven't been camping in the snow, and I'm in Canada, so I see my share of snow. Pardon me if I miss anything in the chat. If anybody's mentioned anything that they meant for me to see, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Next up is Rock Chick Beauty. We'll see what this creator's got going on. She's been a long-time friend of well over 2.5 years now, actually. She comes to us from the UK. She's monetized lots of ways to support her, including Super Chats and memberships when we get there. And now is approaching 1,100 subscribers. I'm just going to grab her latest video. She posts a couple of videos a week, I think, actually, usually. At least one a week, if not sometimes more often. And then she's also got shorts and does a lot of live streams. You can see that the shorts are starting to move in over 1,000 views. And then live streams are fairly frequent most of the time. One of the things you'll notice about this creator is presentation is always at the forefront of her mind. So even though every video gets its own thumbnail, she has a consistent look with the bright, bold headshots, of course, right? And a professional look to all of her different thumbnails on her channel. But she also, after you know her for a little while, you'll see that she updates her banner and her avatar frequently, constantly thinking about the presentation on the page. Wayne's World Unlimited, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And thank you, Rock Chick Beauty, for another super chat. And thank you, everybody, again, because that was a really overwhelming beginning to today's stream. We're way over time. We're just getting back to spinning the wheel again. Unstable TV, who picked up a gifted membership from Don Ray B today, is going to come up in 3 minutes. Alright, we're back with Unstable TV. I know we've had a few channels come in, so thank you for that. And for anybody that's running the stream in the background, I know we have a few creators that come by quickly. I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend, even if you're just coming by to give a thumbs up, or like I said, say hello quickly, or run the stream in the background, like our friend Jaden often does. I know we got another couple people who might be doing that, so thank you. Unstable TV is up on the screen right now. They're here from Ireland. They've actually got 2 different channels, and like I was saying, they've hit a major milestone, and like I was predicting, have blown right past it. So you can see that Unstable TV is now at 20,000 subscribers. They're actually halfway to 21,000 already. And they're monetized, of course. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. I'm just going to take their latest Canva tutorial, and I'm going to put that into my catch-up list, so that'll be a helpful video. They're actually doing a few different things, too. Snapseed here. I'm going to take a few of these. CapCut. I was doing something. I used, I'm doing an experiment with some shorts videos on my personal channel. I'll start that next week. There's a reason why, and I'll give everybody the story. But I was using Veed for the captions, and I did pay for it. But CapCut is one I hadn't seen yet. I was going to use captions, but it seems a little expensive for what it is. Snapseed I want to see, and then Canva, something that's familiar to all of us. But great that they're getting into some helpful videos as well. For anybody who's heard me talk about this channel before, you know that I say that they're generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters, but they absolutely want to help other creators, and it's wonderful to me and heartwarming again to see a channel that's grown to this size and still on like just a monster trajectory, turning around to help other creators. So Unstable TV, like I said, is halfway to on their road after 20,000 to 21,000. They got some shorts videos here, and you can see that some of these are into the thousands of views, which is great. Live streaming is something that they were doing frequently. It seems every couple of weeks now. Hopefully I'll catch them for that again. But their videos, when you get into the popular videos, you can see that there's a couple approaching 100,000 here, and then one over 100, almost at 200, well over 200. You know, so this is a channel that we saw grow basically from its beginning, and it's wonderful to see them getting so much success. They really hooked into a magical formula for shorts for themselves. And Unstable TV Shorts is a second channel they've set up. They got 334 subscribers here. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 400 they're thinking about. And this is where they're bringing us exclusively shorts. So these are starting to get into the 10,000 and more, which is great. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. One of our favorite Irish couples. It's probably our favorite Irish couple. I just I dance around that just in case we've got another couple from Ireland that I'm not 100% sure of. T-Hand 141 Homestead. Good to see you in the house for the first time. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And then, yeah, we all need pointers from Unstable TV, myself included. That's why I took their latest couple of videos and put them in my catch-up list. What I like about what they did there, and let me just go back and show you, I haven't seen the videos yet, so it's not like I can say, oh, they did a great job. I'm sure they did. We've known them long enough. They know what they're doing. But these couple of videos, they kept them really short. CapCut video editing tutorial, a short guide, Snapseed short beginner tutorial, and then how to use Canva for beginners. The good thing about this is people are looking for different types of videos of different lengths, right? When you want to know some information, some people are going to look for a lengthy description, and I do it all the time, especially when I'm looking for social media tutorials or computer programming and things like that. I get in my mind how long I think a video should be before I search for it. Then when I search for what I'm looking for, if I say, oh, this person's taken 20 minutes to do what these other 3 people did in 12 minutes, but then when I see somebody do it in 3 minutes, I might say that's not a long enough description for what I'm looking for. So it's great that there's so many creators doing tutorials of different sizes so that people can pick and choose. And like I said, I don't know about everybody else in the chat, but I think most people, when they're looking for a how-to or tutorial video, are probably watching 2 or 3 of the same types of things from different creators, whether they're big channels or not. Beltloop 29, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Quarter Clubhouse Cobalt, good to see you here as well. They're streaming frequently, and they're always out supporting other creators. And then I did see another channel come in. Stuff Sells Stuff by the Seashores here. I knew that. I feel like I missed somebody in the chat. Backlash Fisherman, yes, of course. He's in the background also, so thank you for coming in. I did see you come in there. Butler Family Farm is coming up right now. Let's see what they've got going on. Did we look at Butler Family Farm? Yes, we did. I forgot to take them off the other part of the wheel. They dropped a super chat on us earlier, so thank you again for that. Let's spin the wheel again. And Unstable TV is a channel I want to keep our eyes on. And they have generously offered to share information with us. My schedule over the last couple of months all got way out of whack, completely unpredictably. And then what I've been waiting for, my chance to get to connect with some creators, just snuck up on me. And I find myself under the gun now with a bit of extra time for a month. So I gotta hurry it up. It's D is in the house, and oh, pardon me, the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. I didn't mean to miss you. I think I did that to you the other day too. The Hillbilly Chicken Ranch was supposed to be up right now because they dropped a super chat. Thank you, Scratch and PPA. I don't know how he does it, but he still, after all this time, manages to catch all these mistakes that I make. And I promise you, I make as many as anybody. Luckily, Susan is a wonderfully generous and spiritual person. She will likely be very forgiving and forgive me for taking advantage of the idea, but we're all friends here. So I'll put the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch up next, and Super Chatters are supposed to be added to the screen in order. And then members get added to the wheel. It'll be a little while still from now, but I will add some names to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most active after a while. It's D is up here with 708 subscribers. This is a creator that's going to help us with our budgeting and finances, both in the idea of conserving, but in the true sense of saving money as well. They talk about different things, like if you were to receive a small windfall, like for instance, you know, it's questionable what sometimes people do with their tax returns, right? Some people use it for a vacation every year. Some people use it to pay down mortgage. Some people use it for different things. And It's D is going to help us with challenges and ideas and budgeting so that we can maximize the income that we already have and then whatever revenue is going to come. I think this is wonderful because when we're all thinking about monetization, or 99% of us here are, then it's wonderful that we have channels that are going to help us with our finances, like It's D, Budgeting Just Because, The Stock Explorer, Lisa J Stocks, and a few others, right? So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. We'd love to push them towards the 800 subscribers that they're thinking about. They've got some shorts videos here as well. Those are approaching 1,000 views, which is great, and they're posting frequently. So I've taken the last, I took the latest video from your featured position here from a couple of months ago and put that in my catch-up list to give me another piece of content to watch. The Hillbilly Chicken Ranch is coming up right now. This is Susan, and like I said, very warm, welcoming, and friendly creator. You'll get a warm welcome anytime you're on her channel, but she will inspire you in a spiritual way as well. And she really has quite a production in her live streams. It's interesting because it seems effortless as well. So the last couple of times that I've caught her for live streams, she's got a couple of StreamYard panelists that come up with her, but she'll have like music playing. She's always talking in a positive and motivating way. She's often encouraging creators to get together in a similar way to what we do here. I'm just going to take her latest video, Scotch eggs. I don't know if I've even heard of them. Traditional Scotch eggs. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. I'm interested to see that. I love eggs of all kinds. Almost every kind. I eat eggs almost every single day, actually. But you can see I've been lucky to catch her for the last several live streams, as a matter of fact. Let me just see if I can roll over any of these. When I roll over, it's just her, but usually she starts the stream and connects creators and talks about whatever's going on with the channel for a while, and then brings up StreamYard panelists afterwards. But you can see that her live streams usually go on for a couple of hours as well, which is cool. And I've been lucky, like I said, just to catch her the last few times. So I've got your latest video in my catch-up list. I just want to see the shorts as well. Hopefully she'll put out a few more of these. These are getting close to that 1,000 view mark, so hopefully that'll continue also. And then I'm going to spin the wheel. So the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, thank you for another super chat. I really do appreciate that. She's done that countless times as well. And from the other side of the fence, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And then, yeah, so I do the same thing. Belt Loop 29, I'm constantly working on the computer. Usually when I make it into anybody's live stream, I'm almost always working at the same time. Whether it's for like a full-time gig or whether it's for my own stuff or Tuber Chat stuff or whatever it is, right? You can call it work. Some of it's procrastination, but so most of it I'd like to think is work. The Stock Explorer is coming up right now, so this is another channel that's going to help us with our finances. But Nora is somebody who's become a dear friend. Now, this is an advocate, somebody who truly looks out for other creators. And all of the moderators on this channel are dear friends of mine. They have been for a long time. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels, and they all do different things. But they all have a couple of different things in common. One of them is an overwhelming sense of generosity, and that really might encompass everything that I kind of want to mention. But you know, every moderator on this channel, including the Stock Explorer, who's our latest moderator added into the crew, and I forget already how long ago it's been. I don't think it's quite been a year, but it's been a while. But she's been a dear friend for a long time. But this is somebody who not only, I would say to you, looks out for me. I know this is a creator who truly has my back. I know that Nora is the kind of creator who truly has everybody's back in her community, and I think the same can be said for all of the moderators on this channel. Now, there's a lot of other people who come through the Tuber Chat family, a lot of dear friends who also the same thing could be said for, but I limit the number of moderators here just because we really don't seem to need that many. Luckily, the moderators we have are all extremely experienced. I've known them all for a couple of years now at least. But as well, we want everybody to be enjoying this stream, and you'll notice that I also put a lot of robots on the chat to do some of the simple things like reminding everybody to follow us on Twitter and stuff like that, right? But the Stock Explorer is somebody who really goes over and above to look out for other creators and really gets a community going behind them. So the Stock Explorer on their channel is going to introduce us to the stock market and crypto markets in a level-headed and down-to-earth way. They do that with everything from beginner tutorials to advanced topics like NFTs and options trading. Sometimes there are charts and graphs for us to see, but it's mostly friendly conversation. They often have product in hand, and they're often joined by StreamYard panelists to engage conversation as well. They do a lot of shorts videos, and those can bring a lot of variety to the channel. But those are getting into the thousands of views. And then when we look at the Stock Explorer's content, whether it's videos or live streams, we see some variety there. And they actually, is that another? Oh, I wondered if that was another interview. Maybe not. I actually joined them on their channel a couple of, I guess it's getting on a couple of months ago now. Yeah, we talked YouTube for a couple of hours. But that was a wonderful conversation. So the Stock Explorer now is approaching 1,600 subscribers. They are monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And then Jenny Sue, good to see you here for the first time. And Long Island Bigfoot, good to see you here also. Hopefully you're both feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. The next channel that we're going to look at is here both as a member and a moderator. This is Emotion, but I'm going to give you something to type into the search, and I'll explain why. This creator's been with us a long time. Emotion, pardon me, I'm grabbing the wrong channel here. I'm clicking too fast. Emotion brings us new soul R&B music. So when I look for this channel, I search Emotion New Soul, and his channel will come up right away in the search results. But this channel has such a short and popular name that they continue to struggle with the search results right now. So this is why here in Tuber Chat we put so much focus on searching, finding, and clicking on each other more than anything else. It's because over time, as hundreds of people are searching, finding, and clicking on each other's channels, we will rise up the search results, and YouTube will eventually do a better job of predicting when we're looking for this particular emotion or any other channel. But the ones with the shortest and most popular names are the hardest to find. They're the ones who need our help the most. So if you search, find, and click on them, it really does help. But emotion is rising up now. We've seen it over time. I find most creators get to #1 even if they have a popular name by the time they get to 700 or 800 subscribers, certainly over 1,000. It's just a rare few, the 1% that don't quite get to the #1, but as long as we keep doing as much as we can to help each other, and that includes searching and finding and clicking on each other, then we rise up the search results like I'm talking about. So 3,300 subscribers. This creator is fully monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Emotion is going to bring us their original works. This is a talented singer and songwriter, and they usually bring us music videos. Those can be individual, or they can be in compilations, both in premieres and live streams. And he rounds out the channel with reaction videos as well as a lot of shorts. Now, when we get to their second channel called Writing with Emotion New Soul, this is where we get a chance to see not only how the music is made, but the man behind the music as well. So Emotion New Soul is right here. And 776 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 800 they're thinking about here. And they will soon have a second monetized channel. They round this one out with some shorts, more compilations, and a few more reaction videos as well. Forgive me for all I'm missing in the chat. If you have something specific that you mean for me to see, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier, and I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And that's absolutely true, Long Island Bigfoot. Oh, yes, in your channel settings, yes. If anybody hasn't seen it, when you go into your settings, which are in YouTube Studio in the bottom left if you're on a computer, right? Those settings, you'll be able to set some defaults for your channel. And that includes channel tags. So not just tags for each individual video. You can actually put tags in your for your channel as well. And that can help you get found, likely because of the algorithm, of course, right? So for somebody like Emotion, he would put Emotion and Emotion New Soul as channel tags on top of everything else that would be relevant. But that can be an idea if you put your channel name, especially if you have an odd spelling, right? If you've got to play on words in your title or something and people are trying to remember. Somebody like BeltLoop29 might put BeltLoop with a space 29 and BeltLoop29 with no space as an example. Pedroza Travel, same thing. Because Pedroza Travel is one word pushed together, 2 words pushed together here as one word, I would think about putting Pedroza Travel both with a space and without a space. And I would also consider putting it with an S instead of a Z. Just because when people are first getting to know you, they might misspell your name. For those of you who haven't seen it already, my name is Kevin K. Last name is K-A-Y-E. But it takes a while for people to get to remember that, right? It was K-A-Y, what was it? And even if you just type in Kevin K, it usually comes up, right? But it takes a while for that. And it takes a little while for people to really get to know you. Sometimes people have to hear a name 2-3 times. But that's an example. Bushido Blade Warrior, good to see you here. Thank you, T-Han141 Homestead. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. And there you go. Yes, Wayne's World Unlimited. Some of you will notice that when I feature a channel on Tuber Chat, I also end up, you probably only notice it if you use vidIQ or TubeBuddy or something, but I actually put the channel name that's being featured in the tags for the particular live stream. I may not have done it today, but I do it almost every time. I think I did, actually. And that's because, you know, we got to do everything we can to get found for everything that we're doing. Relax and Enjoy by Vanessa. Good to see you here. Come Hither with Heather's coming up from the, pardon me, from Australia. And if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Come Hither with Heather is up here right now. Now, this is a creator that brings us paranormal investigations and explorations of abandoned locations. They do that both in videos and live streams. They've also got some shorts videos as well. I just want to see these first before I dig into the streams of videos. So these are starting to get into the couple of thousand views, so that'll likely continue. I'm just going to grab one of your latest videos, the longer of the two. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list just for literally the watch minutes, right? At this point, every minute matters. Sister Winnie, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Mama Four Boys, forgive me. I'm not sure if I actually said hello to you today, but I put you on the wheel a long time ago when I saw you come in. Come Hither with Heather. Lots of live streams as well. And then it's good to see a fan mail unboxing. And I want to see something else as well. Now, this creator also brings a little bit more variety, is an advocate for helping others. I joined them on their panel once as well while they were advocating for watch hours for our beloved Scratch and Pete back in the day when he was approaching monetization. Now, Werner's Adventures has passed 1,000 subscribers, so that's just wonderful news. And these two creators are partners, Come Hither with Heather and Werner's Adventures. I'm hoping, spoiler alert, that I might get a chance to meet them this summer. And I'm just going to take Werner's Adventures' latest video and put that into my catch-up list as well. I'm just curious how the watch hours are on this channel. Hopefully we'll be hearing about monetization soon enough if that's a goal. And then let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. We are over 90 thumbs up now, so thank you everybody for that. And Foxy's Friends is coming up right now. We'll see what this creator's got going on for us today. Foxy's Friends is somebody that I'm still getting to know, but the channel is dedicated to memorializing Foxy Mama, who is the star of the show we see in these videos right here. They've got quite a few shorts videos. One of these is close to 1,000 views there. Wow. And I just want to see how these have done. Yeah, a few over 1,000, which is great. And then the story will be here on the About page, so hopefully everybody will join them for that, and we're looking forward to more content from Foxy's Friends as well. But they've been here with us just about every single day since finding us. They're a friend of a couple of months now as a minimum. Forgive me for not being sure if it's 2 or 3 months, I think. And then if anybody has the ability to share this stream out, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps to get a couple more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signal sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Imelda Salo Show is coming up right now. This is another fairly new friend of just a couple of months as well, but we'll see what they've got going on. Canadian Family Life. I'm not sure if I said hello when you first came in, but it's good to have you here. I'd rather make the mistake of doing something twice than not doing it. I don't mean to miss anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Nez Lover is still in the house. Oh, really? Andy's been your friend on YouTube for years. That's great. Oh, and there you go. Yes, Wayne's World Unlimited Reloaded. With a second channel for backup, which is great. One of these days, I got to talk to everybody about backing up. It's very, very important. When you say that, Mama Four Boys, is that Tori? Is that Tori's brain that I know? Or is it another channel that you're thinking about? Imelda Salo Show. I'm getting a little bit better at having that name flow off the tongue there. It's the first time I've seen that name, but they've been with us a while now. Born in Kenya, they're in Germany now, and hopefully everybody will enjoy getting to know them. I'm just going to hit the shorts videos here because they're right away at the front. We see a few of these are getting into the thousands of views, which is great. Videos are something that are being posted frequently, sometimes multiple times a day. I'm just going to grab... I'm going to grab your latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list right now. Looks like a story to be told there. And hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. 528 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 600 that they're thinking about. Long Island Bigfoot, thank you so much for being here. Hopefully we'll see you again. We're usually here 3 or 4 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Oh, that's okay, Mama Four Boys. I thought, when I saw the name Tori, I thought you meant Tori's brain. It just comes up as a thought. Ganny Joe Crochets is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. And, again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. If I've missed anything that anybody meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then Ganny Joe Crochets is up right now with 280 subscribers. This is another channel we're still getting to know. They've been with us just, I think it's about a month, but it could already be getting close to 2 months. And then thank you, Long Island Bigfoot. I appreciate that. I'm looking forward to seeing your channel. And then when we look at Ganny Show Crochets, we look in the shorts videos first, and hopefully these continue. And then videos, they seem to be putting out about once a week, somewhere thereabouts. So hopefully we'll find a new one soon. I'm just going to grab another piece of content from you, though. I'm just going to look for a bit of a longer video. I'm going to take this 26-minute video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list, and that'll give me a chance to catch up a little bit and watch another piece of content, give you a few watch minutes there, and then I'm going to spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. If anybody would like to swap playlists again with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Day One Adventures is coming up right now. This creator is going to bring us some more travel, events, travel, movies, food, and more. And their videos, actually, yeah, they're right on schedule with at least a video a week. They say a video every week, but sometimes they put 2, it looks like. I'm just going to take your second latest video at the Philadelphia Wings game, because that one's a little bit longer than the latest one. And again, every minute matters, right? 457 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them towards the 500 that they're thinking about right now. Day One Adventures is with us frequently and has been for a while now. And I'm just going to hit their... Oh, did I not get the latest video? Okay, I grabbed another one. I'll look at those later. Shorts videos. Let's just see how these are doing right now. They're getting into the thousands of views, which is great. And then they've chopped up their channel into quite a few playlists for us as well. For anybody that wants to swap playlists, I'm sure they'll be up for that. So we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. I hope everybody takes inspiration from the idea that I say that we literally have had friends now well over 2 years. Some even 3 years before Tuberchat had started. And some even 3.5 years. Bumby Selby is one of those friends. And somebody who's been with me both on Tuberchat and on my personal channel all of this time. She's been with Tuberchat from the beginning. And it's great to see that after all this time, after 550 episodes of Tuberchat, she's still coming around frequently to meet new friends and support the right way. Modern War Gaming Squad with Jory. He recently changed the name of the channel, so I'm going to trip over that for a second. 499 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them up and over the 500 we know that they're thinking about. I see quite a bit of Fortnite content here, and the shorts are beginning. Some of these are starting to get some activity. We've seen that, well over 1,000 views now, which is great. Hopefully that continues. They're doing a lot of long live streams. My dear goodness, that's an 11-hour live stream, 8 hours just the day before, which is great. And then hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. I'm sure you will. Now, I'm just going to grab something here. Forgive me, because I'm going to grab a little bit of a shorter one. I'm going to grab this 55-minute one, and I'm going to put this live stream replay into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to give you some watch hour or watch minutes there, right? A watch hour or whatever it is. And we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Songbits Laura is up right now. We'll see what they've got going on their channel for today. They've been with us, I think, a few months now, actually. And First Floor Audio's in the house from the UK as well. Thank you for coming in. Another talented music producer is in the house. Songbits Laura has 522 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards the 600 she's thinking about. And another friend of what I believe is over 2 years now. Gail Southern Living is in the house. She's got a couple of channels. It could be even longer than that, so forgive me if I'm mistaken, but Gail Southern Living's been with us a long time. She's got 2 channels, like I said. I'm just going to grab one of your latest videos here. Deer running through your neighborhood. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list, and that'll give me a chance to try to catch up with you a little bit. And then I just want to see how the shorts videos are doing, because I've got a lot more interest in these things. I'm trying to experiment with these a lot more so that I can come to the conversation with some level of experience, where I hadn't done very many before. I'd only ever done like about 20 or 30 of these things, but I'm trying to do more, and I'm curious to see what people are doing and how they're getting a lot of views on some of these. But Songbits Laura's got a couple that are doing really well. Hopefully that continues. And then posting fairly frequently, actually, so every other day or so, which is great. TWT TV, longtime friends as well. They've been with us a couple years also. Good to see you in the house. And let's spin the wheel. If anybody has the ability to share this stream right now, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get another couple of people into Tuber Chat right now, and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther, both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead, as a replay because of the engagement signal sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Rosalind Brinson's going to come up in 3 minutes. We're going to take a break in a moment, but we see another brand new channel in the house. So forgive me if I don't pronounce this right. I'm trying to take a second to read it. Dimas Enemchukwu, is that right? Dimas Enemchukwu. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Same thing for Parasolo. Thank you for being here, and again, hopefully you're feeling welcome. And those instructions are always in our video description so that you can get the most out of your time here in Tuber Chat. Pedrosa Travels, trying to snipe the stream boss. Not going to quite happen. The reason why is because I have mine set to 1 point per American penny approximately. So right before you drop that, there was 677 points left to go. So you're going to knock it down to what I believe is going to be 177. And there it is. And the next one will probably get it. But thank you for that. For that reason, Pedrosa Travel will be the next channel put onto the screen after Rosalind Brinson when we get back from our 3-minute break. And then we'll speed things up. We can stay up to another hour and a half if everybody would like, maybe even a few minutes longer. So we're back in 3 minutes. All right, we're back. I did step away for a second, so forgive me if I missed anybody in the chat. My Raindrop Life, thanks for being here. And Natalie Nicole's ASMR, I'm not sure if I said hello when you got in, but it's great to have you here as well. And thank you, BeltLoop29. Yes, 115 would be wonderful. We're getting close to 100 on those thumbs up, so thank you, everybody. Pedrosa Travel did take over our Stream Boss position, so that's right under my camera there. It's a widget that's included with Streamlabs. You can see the obvious benefit in having that, but it brings a little bit of fun as well. And every Super Chat membership knocks a little bit of life off of the Stream Boss. And the last person to knock them out takes over and gets some extra exposure for a little while, as we've seen. So actually, that channel will come up next. Dirt Diggers UK, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Pedrosa Travel will be up in a second. And Rosalind Brinson is here, and this is another creator who's here with us frequently, actually. I'm just going to hit their videos for a second. Yeah, I'm going to grab, let me see what you've done lately. I'm going to take a live stream replay, and I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll be something to catch up with. This is a channel I'm still getting to know. They got 92 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 100 that they're thinking about. We know that the race to the first 100 is more challenging than ever, but as long as everybody's doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing, hitting different milestones like the first 100 and far beyond all the time. Oh, that's okay, Pedrosa Travel. I'm still going to put your channel up anyway. We actually, thank you for the generous thought. Pedrosa Travel's given up the opportunity to be on the screen to give it to somebody new. But actually, I'm not in a rush today, so we've still got lots of time to be on the to put channels on the screen. We can stay over an hour if everybody would like. So lots of time for everybody. But thank you for that. Pedrosa Travel is an incredibly generous creator, but they're out supporting others all the time. We'll talk about their channel in a moment. Rosalind Brinson, bead artist, daughter, caregiver, businesswoman, host of the Electric Experience. I didn't see that before. This might be the first time I'm reading your About page. And this is really cool. So hopefully everybody will enjoy this. Caregiving, creative spaces, finance, relationships, and more. So like I said, I'm still getting to know them, but hopefully you'll have fun doing that as well. They've got some shorts videos. Let's see how those are doing. These are already approaching 1,000 views. They got one over that already, which is great. Multi-Hunter 247, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in, and we'll put Pedrosa Travel up right now. And like I said, this creator's out supporting others all the time. There's been this influx of travel and cruising channels lately that came into the Superchat family starting a few months ago. I'm happy to see a lot of this content because we weren't able to see a lot of it for a long time, right? There wasn't a lot of people able to be out filming in a lot of the exotic areas that we might expect from travel channels and things like that. But Pedrosa Travel's been able to bring us a few things here. Puerto Vallarta, I haven't been many places in my life, but I did manage to go away in 2004 to Puerto Vallarta. I was there for a week. In my past life, I used to be a DJ, and I was there working in radio for a week. We played a different club or bar every night, and that was really something else, both in the old part and the new part. So it's great that you've got that there. I know that's a shorter video. Pedrosa Travel posts frequently, but they're out supporting other creators all the time. And every day when I'm out trying to do the same thing, bouncing in between premieres and live streams, I run into them constantly. Not just supporting, but contributing to conversation as well. This looks really cool. This is, I missed this. They did this on Sunday, and they had, I think you mentioned that was going to happen too, so forgive me for missing that, but they had First Floor Audio on their channel. I'm going to take this Puerto Vallarta Sunset live stream replay, though. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. But Pedrosa Travel is going to bring us the mindless adventures of their family. They're based in Southern California, but they like to travel anywhere and everywhere, which is great. They're active on the other social networks as well. So I'll be looking forward to more from them, but they are also chopped up their channel into lots of different playlists. I see you've got 124 Mexico videos, which is great, and a lot of Driving America as well, which is wonderful. So let's spin the wheel. They're going to bring up Rich Cat Ranch next week for a collaboration, which will be cool. That's another friend of ours. Our Treasured Home is still in the house. Thank you for being here. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And we still have over an hour to go if everybody would like to stay that long. Lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen, and we will get to as many as we can, as we always do. After another, I'm guessing 20 minutes or so, I'll probably add some more names to the wheel from our chat list. And then, oh, you've been a DJ as well? I didn't know that. Yeah. Yes, I was. I actually do a lot of vinyl record videos on my personal channel. I still buy vinyl records today. Not like back in the day. DJs don't use them anymore, but I just love them. But yeah, I worked in radio in Toronto for about 25 years. And Belt Loop 29, yes. It'll take a while now. What we find, thank you everybody for the 100 thumbs up, by the way. We hit 100 almost every day. I can't say every day anymore because we missed it one day last week. But we hit 100 almost every single day now, for which I'm grateful, of course. The replays get a few more. But by now, almost everybody's hit the thumbs up that will have come through. It'll probably take the rest of the live stream to just barely scrape that extra 15, depending on how many more people come in. There's Kristen Welton, my love. We are together in Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada. There's Edna's World. She started with a travel channel as well, inspiring our friend Elevate with Vern. As a matter of fact, Kristen Welton's here, of course, as a member and a moderator. So I'm going to put her on the wheel. And Smallholder Homestead has got a couple of new short videos. Looks like they will be spiritually inspiring. I'm just going to look through your shorts video and see how these are doing right now. Yeah, almost at 10,000, which is great. Hopefully these continue. Lots into the thousands of videos. And they've chopped up their channel into a few playlists there. So these are quite short videos, but I will take the latest one. I'll put that into my catch-up list. They just put that out yesterday. And then it's a large family with 8 children on a 1/4 acre. And what they want to do is show us that anybody can engage in homesteading activities no matter the size of the property being used. Just doing our best. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. I'm going to put your channel onto the wheel in a moment here. VS Speaks Royally is coming up right now. Actually, okay, so I was talking about, by the way, Wayne's World Unlimited. I was talking about an experiment that I'm going to do on my personal channel, which is involving shorts videos. And that actually has to do with the vinyl records. So what I've done is I always do a vinyl record haul. So I do those a few times a year whenever I have 4 new records, let's just say. And I've done a couple recently. I've actually, one's coming up, one's already out. But I've scraped out 16 different shorts videos from those record haul videos. So I'm going to put up 16 shorts in a row leading up to Record Store Day, which is something that happens here in Canada and the United States that will be, I'm not sure where else in the world it happens if it's global, on April 22nd. So right up until the 21st, for the 16 days leading up, I'm going to put a short every day, but I'm also going to put them on TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, everywhere that I can. And the reason why is because I heard a story when I was hanging out, I think it was last night or the night before, with Wicked Awesome Gardening. And they were doing a live stream, but I just barely caught the end of it. I had to go back and watch the replay to catch the story. But they were talking about putting some short form content on what I believe they said was Facebook Reels. And they had a video go into the millions of views. It took a week, so they put it up. Didn't go very far right away, but then it just blew. And forgive me because I'm paraphrasing the story, and I could be getting it wrong. But Wicked Awesome Gardening has it on their channel. It might be the last live stream that they've done. And it's right at the beginning of the stream. Within the first few minutes, they talk about it. But this video that went into the millions of views, if I understood it right, gained them 1,700 new subscribers on YouTube that came over from Facebook, which is really, really cool. So I'm stealing a page out of their book now, and I'm going to be very aggressive about my next move with shorts, because literally out of 2 videos, I scraped 16 shorts videos, and they're going to start going up at the end of next week. I counted the dates just so I could do it literally like all in a row and see what happens. This is what I mean when I say I experiment with my personal channel. The idea then, of course, is that we can talk about what happens and the results of those experiments here. First Floor Audio, Lee from the UK, thank you so much for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. He's done that a handful of times, and for that reason, that's going to be the next channel that we look at. We always put super chatters on the screen right away. We put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, and after a little while longer, I'm guessing 20 minutes from now or so, maybe half an hour, I will start adding some names to the wheel from our chat list, and we will get through as many as we can between now and then. I'm going to have to reach out to Wicked Awesome Gardening, because I'm going to let them know what I'm going to do. But it's just an idea. That may not be right for everybody. I've had just as much failure, if not more, with shorts. I haven't had any blow past, I think the highest one, I don't even know if I had one hit 2,000. I've only done 20 or 30 of them, and most of them are just random nonsense. A duck walking across the road, or a goose, or whatever it was. Like, you know, but now I'm going to be a little more deliberate, and it's not because of the YouTube Shorts that I'm really experimenting with this. I want to see how they perform on different social networks, because not everybody who puts a video out on TikTok is going to have that video get thousands of views on Shorts or thousands of views on Instagram. The audiences are different, even though it may not seem like it, because most of us have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. Some of us have Snapchat or Pinterest or some of the other things like Reddit, you know, I use all the time. But by experimenting, you're going to be able to find out by repurposing that content where you fit in. Now, there's another thing that's come out this week, and forgive me, I don't mean to get into long speeches, but some of you who already use TubeBuddy probably saw a notification from them that they're adding a feature called Suggested Shorts. Now, you could have done this yourself, right? By looking through your analytics, looking at your videos, and finding out where the most engaging moments are. But what TubeBuddy apparently is going to do is help us pick those moments out. So you can go back over your older videos, pick out engaging spots of anywhere from, let's say, 10 to 60 seconds, or whatever amount, right? And start repurposing those as YouTube Shorts. Why wouldn't you reuse them as Instagram Reels and Facebook Reels and things like that? But these are just ideas, right? And then my hope is that something will fly somewhere, but whether they do or not, it doesn't matter, because I'll come and I'll tell you that was a waste of time, or something actually happened, and then you'll get an idea, right? Because all of our videos are different. And if Wayne's World Unlimited does a vinyl record haul, and I do a vinyl record haul of exactly the same 4 vinyl records, they will have different results on all the different platforms. It's just the way it is. VS Speaks Royally is up on the screen right now. This is a creator who engages conversation. It's one of the keys to getting on the list and up onto the wheel as fast as possible here in Superchat, which still seems to take 2 to 2.5 hours these days. So forgive me for that. I do appreciate everybody's patience. Cali King 916, good to see you in the house. I caught them for a live stream last week as well. When you engage in true conversation in anybody's premiere or live stream, you're sending true engagement signals into the YouTube algorithm. That's why I put so much focus on it here. But VS Speaks Royally is somebody who always engages conversation, whether they're here or in anybody else's premieres and live streams everywhere that I see them out supporting other people. When you get to their channel, and especially for their live streams, when they're talking about the royal family, which is what they do most often, you're going to find true engaged conversation in a very fast-paced and high-energy chat that rivals those of Scratch and Pete PA, Garden State Gardener, or the Stock Explorer. So I hope everybody will head over there and see how VS Speaks Royally leads that conversation by staying well-versed and up-to-date in their subject. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get over there. They've been a long-time friend. They have a little bit more variety, especially in the shorts videos on the channel, but what they do most often here is Royal Family Conversation. And you'll see they post frequently, usually several times a week between live streams and videos. Next up is going to be First Floor Audio. This is Lee from the UK. And did we just see them with Pedrosa Travel? Pardon me, because I just put a channel on the screen and we saw First Floor Audio. I think it was with Pedrosa Travel, right? And they said they're going to have Rich Cat Ranch next time. But First Floor Audio, this is a creator that brings us the opportunity to interact and influence them while they produce and perform on their channel, especially in live streams. Destination Fun is in the house. Thank you for being here. Forgive me if I didn't welcome you already. And then First Floor Audio, what I find most compelling about what Lee does on his channel is when you meet a music producer, you'll often find them sticking to one or two genres. But First Floor Audio seems to be quite diverse. And you'll find that, especially in this series of live streams called Radio 1FA. This is where they kind of run a loop of all of their productions together, so we get an idea of all the different types of things they can do. But this creator is constantly performing on their channel, and whether they have StreamYard panelists like you see here, or whether it's just them, they're always performing, like right off the cuff. They come up with lyrics for songs, melodies, entire productions. There was one video that they did. I walked in on a live stream and they did a Superchat song right off the cuff for about 3 minutes, which was really something else. But hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. Obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They dropped a super chat, so we put them up right away today. Thank you again, Lee. He's done that countless times already. And now approaching 1,100 subscribers. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with him. And hopefully I'll see you over there for a live stream as well. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here on the screen and see what's happening with M&T Living and Cooking. They've actually been here from the beginning of the stream again. Pardon me, I just lost myself in a couple of notifications here. M&T Living and Cooking is here with us just about every day. And they're also out supporting other creators all the time as well. When I'm out bouncing in between premieres and live streams, I run into them frequently. They're usually bringing us cooking videos, so lots of delicious looking content on the channel, but a little bit of variety mixed in as well, as you can see. Now I'm going to take the latest one. Looks like an interesting salad that you've got going on. Kristen knows better than anybody that I get tired of lettuce really fast. I wish I would eat more salad, but lettuce drives me bananas after I have to have like 2 or 3 of them in a row. So Kristen does this fantastic job. First of all, she does 99.9% of the cooking in the house, but she is somebody who really understands the kitchen and is able to make a lot of different things. She understands how the spices and different things work to experiment and have everything, you know, just come out fantastic. But one of the things that she's very considerate about as well is the idea that, so I don't necessarily like lettuce all the time, so when she makes salads, which she does frequently, then she's considerate about minimizing it or making different experiments with salad so that it doesn't have to be you know, a full bowl of lettuce. Like if you buy a salad in most places that are not home, I find that it's almost always a big huge bowl of lettuce with a couple things on top, and I get so frustrated with that, right? M&T Living and Cooking, this is going to be an interesting one, so I'm looking at what you got going on there, but they've got lots of delicious looking content, like I said. The biggest thing about these creators, though, is the support that they give to others, because I see it all the time. Their shorts videos are starting to really get cooking here. No pun intended. Well, there is a pun intended there, but they're working on well over 9,000 views on this one here, but they got lots in the thousands of views, which is great, and they live stream frequently as well, so hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them, pushing them towards the 800 subscribers that they're thinking about. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel coming up, and this one's going to be a longtime friend of over 3.5 years, Jeremy D-Day has been connected to me since long before Tuberchat was even a thought on my personal channel. He's been with me from the Playlist Buddies experiments we were doing before I started Tuberchat, and now after 3.5 years and 550 episodes is still coming by as often as he can to support as often as possible. Now Jeremy D-Day is the second channel from this creator. He's at 662 subscribers over here. He's just put out another review, so I'm going to take this Mountain Dew review. I'm going to put this into my ketchup list. I don't know if we have that flavor in Canada or not. Baja Mango, interesting. And then I'm going to show you his second channel. It's pure variety over here. Lots of sports, lots of music, lots of reviews, lots of shorts. And when we get to JD Knight 7, we see this creator with over 6,600 subscribers. And hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with him here. You'll get more variety, lots more music on this channel than anything else. And I'm just going to take the latest Pearl Jam video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list, and that will help me to hopefully catch up a little bit with JD Knight 7, even though he posts frequently. I'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Coastal Waters coming up right now. And I love talking about this channel because there's a special story here. Now, one of the biggest complaints that I get on YouTube from, like the most common complaint that I get from anybody in many years now, is why is it so difficult to get our in real life friends and family to support our YouTube channels when we can find people online willing to do it? And it makes it really special when I talk about Coastal Water and Backlash Fisherman, because this is a husband and wife combo that each have their own channels but support each other wholeheartedly. As a matter of fact, you'll find each other on each other's channels all the time, if that makes sense. So when we look at the shorts, I just want to see what Coastal Water's been doing here. Yeah, hopefully these continue and they'll start moving for you. They do a lot of live streaming, so that's an interesting panel. I wish I caught that, but they do a lot of these car confessions. This is where we get to know Coastal Water. And it's usually a story to be told. If we look through these long enough, we might find Backlash Fisherman in one of these. And they are taking us on their travels. There he is right there. But these two creators, I've caught Coastal Water either in the car or the kitchen most often, but you can see there's a few delicious looking things here that they put on the channel as well. So hopefully you'll enjoy connecting with her here and pushing towards the 400 subscribers that she's thinking about. Hopefully we'll see a new video soon, but she does live stream frequently, which is great. I'm going to take another live stream here. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list just for the watch minutes. And when we get to the front page for Coastal Water, we're going to find Between a Shore and a Mountain. This is a family channel that they started, and perhaps this will continue. I'm not sure when you put the shorts out. Those might be fairly new. Forgive me for not being certain. But then when we go back to Coastal Water's channel, we're going to see Backlash Fisherman. Now, this is her husband. He's a first responder, and he's got a whopper there of a catch. My dear goodness. I've never caught anything like that. I don't fish like anymore, or haven't in a very long time, but I know we've got a lot of channels that revolve around outdoor content, or specifically fishing channels. Now this is a first responder who brings us fishing first, obviously with some shorts videos that I expect a couple of these to really pop if you're going to be catching things like that. If you got to put it on a scale, then it's worthy of a few thousand views for sure. And then as well, Hobby Hangout is something that they do frequently. I think that's every week. And then as well, they do ride-along live streams similar to what we saw from Coastal Water. And these creators you often see together. There she is right there in that thumbnail. So again, I just think it's special when these creators are supporting each other so wholeheartedly. And this creator's monetized, so lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. I'm going to take your latest video and put it in my catch-up list and see what you got there. And let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give the thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Kristen Welton's up here right now. This is my love. We are together in Niagara Falls, or close to it, in Ontario, Canada. And she has her own channel. She's doing her own thing as well. What you'll notice is she puts presentation at the forefront of her mind, where for the longest time now, her videos all have a consistent look in their thumbnails, especially with the color scheme, so she can carry that forward when it comes to branding. And the bright, bold headshots, of course, will make her recognizable. One of the things I don't mention enough, but a lot of people find fun from Kristen Welton, is she puts bloopers in a lot of her videos here. Now, you'll notice an exception in a couple of the thumbnails here. These are purple instead of pink because Kristen's full-time gig is running a nonprofit organization for families living with and affected by epilepsy. So she did a special couple of videos here. One's a teaser for the other. But those are to bring awareness for that, which is great. We've done one of those together a long time ago as well. She's got some shorts videos that are really popping into now almost 20 and over 20 and almost 30,000 views, as well as some live streams. The latest one she did was the Winter Festival of Lights in Niagara Falls, which is one of the world's most elaborate Christmas light displays. So hopefully everybody will check that out as well. She's collaborated with other creators, does a lot of lifestyle videos, and lots of unboxings, including sponsored product reviews. So hopefully you'll enjoy those when you get there. She's monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And we'd love to push her towards the 1,800 subscribers that she's thinking about. If anybody has the ability to share this stream right now, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get another couple of people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signal sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. We still got at least 45 minutes we can stay. Lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen. We'll go on break in a few more minutes and I'll add some names to the wheel from our chat list finally for today. Just Jason Keto's up here right now, another creator who's with us every single day. They want to inspire us to eat real food and lift heavy things, therefore thrive. Talking to us about a keto-based diet. They have a lot of guests on their channel. There's Alan's Awesome Keto World, which is cool. They're going to introduce us to some friends that I hadn't already seen before, as well as Keto Mama Michelle is there in one of the latest live streams as well. And these are creators who we also know are supportive. I'm just going to take your latest video. I know this is a short one, but it's another recipe. Now, what you're going to find from Just Jason Keto, though, as well, is that they will go a step further when they talk about the idea of a keto-based diet. One of the things we have to consider is in health food stores or regular grocery stores or anywhere else, you might see a lot of products that are marked, with keto in the advertising or the title, but you really got to start to understand this stuff to be able to figure out whether they're appropriate for a keto-based diet. But Just Jason Keto is going to take it a step further and take some of the things that we might find in some of the grocery stores and health food stores and get more value out of them, learning how to make meals out of snacks, learning how to make snacks out of meals, and things like that. You really have to see the channel to know what I'm talking about, but he posts frequently between the live streams and the videos, and the shorts are even starting to really pop as well. So these are getting into the thousands of views, one of them well over 20,000, which is great. Live streams are frequent, so hopefully everybody will enjoy those. And I'm just going to set my notification for a premiere. I thought this was a live stream. It's actually a premiere that they've got coming up, and that is going to be on Saturday, which is very cool. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with Just Jason Keto, obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And then the Bullock Experience is coming up as well. All That Fluff and Stuff is here from Australia as well. And the Bullock Experience actually has two channels. We're going to look at both of those in a second here. The Bullock Experience brings us catfishing first. And this is what I saw, this thumbnail. Yes, it's a giveaway that they've got coming up. They are working towards 1,000 subscribers, but they're almost at 700 now. And then let's get All That Fluff and Stuff onto the wheel because they happen to be a member. And the Bullock Experience is Kelly Bullock. This creator posts frequently, but they also stream quite a bit as well. Some of those can get into StreamYard panels. The conversation could go anywhere once it's started. They usually go on for well over an hour, sometimes even into a couple of hours, as you've seen. Sometimes they're out taking us fishing as well. I just want to see the shorts videos. The latest one looks like a product review, but they're getting into the thousands of views here, which is cool. Is that a pressure washer? I don't wish that job on anyone. I have to do it sometimes in the summer, and we got to like suit up with almost hazmat suits and everything else when we get too serious about that stuff. But the Bullock Experience as well has recently started a second channel, so I'm just going to show you that. The Gaming Experience with Kelly, and we'll see what they've got going on this second channel. And they've got a new video, so I'm going to take this. This is a different kind of game. Noob on Ashika Island, Solo Warzone. So I'm going to take this video. I'm going to see what that game is. I'm going to put it in my catch-up list. They did a couple of Minecraft videos as well. Now, they're at 20 subscribers right now, but I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. We'd love to get them rolling on the road to the first 100. We know that the road to the first 100 is more challenging than ever. But as long as everybody's doing as much as we can for each other, we see creators hitting different milestones like the first 100 and far beyond all the time. So the Gaming Experience with Kelly is obviously going to mix up the gameplay, which is really cool, and then hopefully eventually they'll get into some shorts and live streams as well. But I've got this into my catch-up list so I can stay caught up with this channel, and the Bullock Experience has been a loyal and dedicated supporter, to say the least. Obviously a generous creator as well for a long time. So, Scratching PPA. After 2 hours and 20 minutes of waiting, I'm going to push it an extra 3 minutes. We're going to take a break. We'll come back, and we will, I'll put some names onto the wheel from our chat list right away. And then we'll look at this creator. If anybody has the ability to share the stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get another couple of creators into Superchat right now, and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead, because of the engagement signal sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. We're back in 3 minutes. Oh, all right, we're back, and we're looking at Scratch and PPA. Belt Loop 29's making me laugh. We almost always hit 100 thumbs up, so thank you, everybody. I really do appreciate that. And we're at 115. That's what Belt Loop 29 was hoping for, so he could punch in the 116th with another channel. So I appreciate that for sure. Yeah, we're talking about thumbs up today. Belt Loop 29's really pushing us to hit those thumbs up today. So thank you for the energetic and friendly reminders. I can't say every day because we actually missed it one day last week, but it's almost every day lately. So thank you, everybody, for that. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up. I did put some names onto the wheel. I don't know if Destination Fun is still here. They were here a long time. It's time for them to be on the wheel. I'm not sure if they're still here. So Destination Fun, just let me know if you're still in. Tiffany Johnson, Lava Shark is on the wheel. Jedi Cameron is on there. Belt Loop 29, and then I'll add some more names as we need them when I get a few more off the wheel. Scratch and PPA is a beloved and dedicated moderator, but he is also a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family, to say the least. And thank you, Belt Loop 29. It's amazing to me to see somebody thanking everybody when I'm the one who's benefiting from the thumbs up. But thank you for that. I know he said he was trying to experiment with something and hit that 116th one. But thank you, everybody, for that. And it's wonderful when people are able to do an extra favor with a second account. Some people have 2 channels or things like that. But Scratch and PPA is up right now, and this is a creator who's been with us almost from the beginning. And oh, pardon me, it wasn't showing the chat, Belt Loop 29. Is it that you're typing and it's not coming through, like it's banned or something like that? Shadow banning is something that's been a big problem on Tuber Chat for a long, long time. And I find that resetting a device usually is the first thing that helps. If not, then on any other channel, you can just reach out to the host, let them know, and then they'll take care of that by putting you in their approved users. Not everybody knows about that. You might have to educate a host or a moderator about that, just because it's not a common thing yet. But if that's the case, if you find the other... oh, the 58th like, thank you for that. If the other account can't get in here, let me know, and I'll go put it in the approved users. I'll show everybody how to do it if you want. If it works, it's fine. And then Scratch and PPA is bringing us an interesting twist on lottery ticket scratching. So what he does is pits 2 lottery tickets against each other, and then we get the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow Scratch and PPA on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, which of course I do. It sets a series apart, makes it unique and a lot of fun to be a part of. But this creator, like I was saying, has been with us almost from the beginning. If you could imagine now and see the future and understand that there are literally people who you may not have met yet on YouTube and otherwise willing to support you more than you ever imagined possible. Imagine somebody supporting you over 500 times, well over 500, probably 600 or more now, for hours at a time, in generous ways that you could never possibly return. And doing it anyway, knowing that. This is Scratch and PPA to me. He's been a dear friend for a long time. Definitely somebody who lives wholeheartedly with the idea of giving more to others than expecting to receive, both on and off of YouTube. Now, he's approaching 1,600 subscribers, but one of the things you're going to find from this creator, because of the support that they give to others, now it's partially because of their content, their video editing skills have been complimented since their very first video, well over 2 years ago, but because of the support that they give to others, I imagine that that is a big part of the reason why their Tuesday premieres are always one of the fastest rolling chats that you'll see in the entire Tuber Chat family. He rivals VS Speaks Royally, Hilda DC, Garden State Gardener, or the Stock Explorer. And it is very fast paced, very high energy. Ghostly Winds, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And then, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Lexo Motorsports, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. They happen to be a member as well. And Scratch and Pete PA runs his premieres every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern. So for some of us, we actually have alarms on our phones every week set to make sure that we don't miss. And some of us even text each other to make sure that we don't miss Scratch and Pete PA's premieres. But it is a lot of fun to be a part of. You will meet more friends and family members over there in the same way that you do here, as with all of our moderators. But Scratch and Pete PA as well has presentation at the forefront of his mind. So first of all, you see the bright, beautiful avatar that he's always had, along with matching thumbnails, which incorporate not only the content for the stream, but if you notice the question marks on those thumbnails, I'll give you a spoiler alert right now and tell you, if you haven't seen already, he does giveaways in his videos. And then as well, the banner is updated every week to match, on top of the video editing skills. Like I said, the inspiration that can be taken from him and how he's used the outside social networks to bring fun and interactivity into his video series is something else as well. So I hope everybody will connect with Scratch and Pete PA. And next up will be Ben, Sai, and Games. Now, if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then, thank you, Larks Homesteadish. So, Ben, Sai, and Games is actually doing something right now. They're doing this Mega March Marathon, and what they're doing is they've tried to stream every single day for lengthy live streams. I'm not sure if they made 12 hours every day, but it's something else. So Ben, Sai, and Games is here with us just about every day. Obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They're mixing up the video gameplay in their live streams. Of course, they're live right now, but like I said, they've been doing these lengthy live streams, 8 hours, 6 hours, 11 hours, 9 hours, every day for the month of March, which is really cool. Usually they put out videos, but I'm sure they'll start doing that again next week when they get off of their marathon, if that's what they're going to do. Not to mention shorts videos as well, and they've had a couple of these get into the thousands of views, and one of them just exploded into the almost 400,000 views, which is cool. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. Ben, Sai, and Games is with us almost every single day, and I see them out supporting other creators all the time as well. Pardon me. I got into these long speeches at the beginning of the stream again today. See what happens when I take a day off? I skipped Tuesday because my throat was scratchy, and it was fine. It turned out to be nothing, but now I've spent so much time talking that my throat's scratchy again by the end of the stream today. That's okay. We're off until maybe Saturday, but probably Sunday. I might have to be off on Saturday just due to some family obligations. And then all that fluff and stuff is up right now with 2,800 subscribers, and they are coming to us from Australia in the Whit Sundays. Typically, they started their channel by bringing us a lot of outdoor content on the water, mud crabbing, reef fishing, snorkeling, and sometimes even live streaming out on a boat. One of the things that they talked about a long time ago was the idea of making a shorts video to promote your long-form content. Now, a while back, I'd started taking a page out of their book and doing something like that, but especially lately. Now, I talked about it earlier, but those vinyl record videos that I've been doing on my my personal channel, and for those of you who haven't seen this yet, yeah, they do still make vinyl records, and some of us are obsessed. I still buy vinyl records to this day. Occasionally, not very much, but it's my one guilty pleasure. But I do haul videos, and then what I do now is I cut shorts out of those videos. It's very easy to do, and you'll see what I mean when you see what I've done, because of the way that I now film those videos. But I cut the shorts out, and then what I do is, not only are the shorts there to promote the long-form content, I also use the shorts as a trailer if I'm going to premiere that video. And that's to give the short an extra punch of views, if you can imagine. But all that fluff and stuff came to us a long time ago with the idea of using shorts, even though it's somewhat of an obvious idea, but they were the first ones I remember making point about it on their channel and talking about it here, sharing the idea of using shorts to promote your long form content. Now we see a lot of the biggest YouTubers have all made videos about using shorts to promote your long form content. So that's really cool and insightful. And luckily we're all friends here, so all that fluff and stuff doesn't mind when I steal their idea. I'm just going to take their latest video though and put this into my catch-up list so that I can get caught up. And then they're doing some live streams as well. I haven't caught one of these in a long time. I'm hoping I can catch you for one of these because they're doing these frequently, usually a couple times a week by the look of it. But they've been a dear friend for a very long time and now over 2,800 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 2,900 they're going to be thinking about. All that fluff and stuff, you and me both. Oh, it's possible. Belt Loop 29. Yeah, we might actually get there. And then Don Ray B is coming up. This is a creator who is an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and we've talked about them a couple times. Just in passing today, Don Ray B gifted another membership. We didn't look at their channel, did we? They gift a membership. Did they gift a member? Oh, pardon me. Somebody gifted a membership today, and I lost it. I don't mean to forget. Pardon me for that. I should be able to remember that. But Don Ray B has gifted memberships many times before, and it's an extremely generous thing to have done. But all you see from this channel, yeah, I think we did look at it earlier, right? Is generosity. Yeah, I did, because I put their latest video on my catch-up list. Okay, pardon me, I confused myself for 2 seconds, but yeah, it's because we looked at the channel earlier. I forgot to take them off the wheel. This creator comes to us with all sorts of generosity right from the beginning of the presentation on the channel, wants to inspire others literally to make their dreams come true in a way that they have also done, and they describe that on their channel, and that's really what we get to see when we get there. The Bud Files is up right now. These creators are out supporting everybody all the time as well. They're here with us every day, and when I'm out bouncing in between premieres and live streams, I run into them constantly. Now, the Bud Files starts with the idea of being modern-day archaeologists, and their intention is to uncover history and digitally preserve it on their channel. They do that through shorts, videos, and live streams, but they actually do a lot more on their channel. So the shorts videos are basically pure variety, and you can see that some of these have started to hop into the thousands of views, and then as well lots of live streams, and they might be doing almost like what it looks like a haul here, some decorating, as well as playing games. We've seen them take us outside for one of those Christmas light shows. Sorry, yes, Parade of Lights. So lots of variety here in between the history that they want to bring us. So 1,100 subscribers. They're actually working towards 1,200 now, and we'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. Lexo Motorsports is going to bring a lot of speed into our life through their channel. If anybody would like to swap playlists, by the way, for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. In the chat, other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Lexo Motorsports brings us the all-out call-outs more than anything else, but the latest few videos have been these four-wheelers, and they kind of racing around with these, which is really cool as well. There's an interesting combination on this channel because they tell us on their About page, dirt racing, ATVs, drag racing, ATVs, dirt bikes, saltwater aquariums. So the saltwater aquariums is a bit of a different thing, but they're really punching out a lot of shorts with these, and some of these have gotten into the thousands of views. Look at that one, 14,000, which is great. So hopefully that continues, and I'm just going to take your latest video, and this one's a little bit longer than usual, so I'm happy to see that as well. I put that into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to get caught up as well. Pardon me. Belt Loop 29 is coming up right now. They are very much responsible for our high number of thumbs up for today. So thank you everybody for now almost 120 thumbs up. I'm sure we'll get to 120 before we're done today. But Belt Loop 29, thank you for those friendly reminders. Now this is a creator who actually helps in a lot of different ways because they advocate for others to grow on their channel. You'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members when you're over there. But they talk about the idea of wanting to promote other channels far more than they expect to be promoted themselves. And they're obviously doing just fine now at almost 2,100 subscribers. So I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. They're monetized. Lots of ways to support them when we get there. Cliff Hefner's in the house. I'm just going to put them onto the wheel because they happen to be a member. And let's just have a look. 1,000 videos on this channel, my dear goodness. Police officer, but their occupation does not define them. Certainly, forgive me, I don't know if I knew that before now. Started gardening in 2020, and they like to share what they know, but get to meet folks. And hopefully everybody will enjoy the variety here. I just want to look at the shorts for a second. And some of these, yeah, I've gotten into the thousands and thousands of views. Look at this one. Wow, 168,000, 24,000 there, and many more into the thousands, which is wonderful. A lot of live streaming, and I've caught them a few times for these, which is great. And they have StreamYard panelists, a lot of which we will know, but they'll likely introduce us to more people as well. And like I said, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members because they're constantly promoting other creators. I'm just going to take your latest video and put this into my catch-up list, and that will give me a chance to catch up a little bit there. One of the things they're talking about here, co-streaming, that new feature is something that they're using. Now, I haven't done it yet, but I have seen that done. I think probably Warmstrong, Destination Fun, Shanster Travels, and I forget if it was Pedrosa Travels or Eddie Lugo Studios. It was Eddie Lugo Studios doing it. A few creators were all doing this with StreamYard. They've got this new feature where when you have a StreamYard panel, everybody can stream at the same time. No, I don't know how that's going to work with copyright. I'm assuming it's going to be fine because as those platforms, if this makes any sense the way I'm putting it, when those platforms send the signal of the video into the YouTube system, they're sending a direct feed into YouTube. YouTube knows that StreamYard, for instance, is creating a live stream. So they would know that that's that person's content, even though creators have content that's basically exactly the same or extremely similar. It should not affect the copyright system. We're going to have to wait and see what happens because not many things in the world come out and just work smoothly right out of the gate. And forgive me because I don't want to be negative. I just want to put just a thought out there. But I wonder what will happen if we find a couple of creators who are friends today and are not friends tomorrow, and then one of those friends tries to copyright strike another friend after having been on a panel with them and simulcasting in that way. So I hope that never happens. I'm going to keep my eye out and find out somehow whether that's a possibility or not. But it's something else. And there you go. Yeah, Ghostly Winds. It seems it's definitely an interesting concept for sure. But I know a lot of people who were doing it were happy to be doing it. One of the things we did see, though, I think the other day, if I understood right, Eddie Lugo Studios was hosting. The other creators were on there with him. And I'm almost certain that it was Destination Fun and Shanster Travels. I forget who else was there, and forgive me for being wrong. A lot of these creators are friends. They're together all the time. But he lost power or lost his internet signal or something like that. And the problem is they all couldn't shut the streams down because it was Eddie Lugo Studio holding it. Pardon me just for a second, Tiffany Johnson Lavashar, because I'm going to show everybody something here. When you click your Go Live button on the front of your YouTube channel here, you're going to get to this page, and you get stopped with this notification, but you can just go ahead and click Start that you're going to do a live stream at a later date. It's not going to go live. And then you could just say streaming software, it doesn't matter. You're going to get into this area here, and you see like we're live right now. I've got the next live stream ready to go and another one that I still have yet to make public. But what you're able to do is go onto one of these streams, like the one we're on right now, and I could click this End Stream button, even though I'm using right now Streamlabs. that overrides everything. So if you come into the YouTube studio here or this area and you click that end stream, your stream will end for sure. So that's just a thought, but I just want to let everybody know, if you ever have trouble shutting a stream down, if you can get to a computer and you can get to that area, that's where you can shut your stream down for sure. Let's get to Tiffany Johnson Lava Shark. If you wanted to see that again, I know it's only a tiny thing I said, but at 2 hours and 42 minutes into episode number 551 is where I just did that, in case you needed to see it again. You could always reach out to me on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, and I'll let you know where it was. And then Shock Theater Official, still in the house. Good to see you here. Yeah, we're usually on for 2.5, sometimes 3 hours, but I'm not in a rush today, so we can stay another few minutes. Tiffany Johnson Lava Shark is an incredibly supportive creator. They actually started live streaming recently as well. I'm just going to hit their shorts page for a second. I want to see how these are doing. They've started putting out quite a few shorts, which is great. Hopefully that continues. And new hat and calendar. And there's from Mark the Shark. And I got to get the my hat open because I know he sent me one. I don't know what it looks like yet, but I know he sent me a second hat. I have a Mark the Shark one, and I believe I'm going to have one that looks similar to that now, but I'll get it open soon. I'm just going to take your latest video, put it in my catch-up list, but they've started live streaming as well. They've been streaming almost every day, which is really cool. They got another one coming up in a few days, which is great. Hopefully I'll catch that. I've got the notification on for that as well. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. Jedi Cameron is coming up right now. I'm going to try to move it through channels now because we have been on for almost 3 hours and my voice is slowly getting quieter. Jedi Cameron, 736 subscribers. We didn't look at this channel today, no. They're doing quite a bit of Fortnite. Or am I wrong? Maybe we did look at it earlier because I remember talking about the Fortnite videos. Maybe I'm mistaken. That's okay. They do a lot of live streaming as well. They got into a couple of talking head videos earlier, but lots of live streams. They mix up the gameplay. I'm just going to grab this video and put this into my catch-up list. I'm going to run a live stream replay for them. And then their shorts videos, hopefully, are going to start to really move. They're getting into the couple of thousands views, which is great. And they're with us just about every single day as well. Professional Paranormal Research is also in the house. Hopefully they're still here. I know they came in. I'm not sure if I said hello. I think they came in just when we were catching a break. I could be mistaken. Vintage Jewels, Gems, and Pearls is here also. They happen to be a member, so I'll put them in Professional Paranormal Research's spot. I just caught them, actually, for a live stream. There it is right there. They've got videos coming out frequently. I'm just going to take this one from last week, put it in my catch-up list. They'll likely have something new soon. And then a lot of shorts videos on this channel also getting into the thousands of views, which is great. I'm so happy to see. It's been a while, but now that we're putting a lot more focus on shorts here, I'm glad to see so many creators are finding success with this. You know, it's like everything else, especially that I talk about here. We're not trying to make a video that everybody's going to like. That's really hard to do. We never get to pick, right? But if we build a catalog of a lot of different videos that include shorts, some of them are going to fly. And I'll bet you the ones that fly the farthest are the ones that are going to surprise us, like always. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. Professional Paranormal Research, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Again, if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Pardon me for a second. And Rambling with the Brooms is up right now. This is Scott. He's another fellow Canadian. He's closer to our nation's capital, so about 6 hours away from me. He's got over 1,500 subscribers. I missed his live stream today. Procrastination Thursday is something he does every week. He was at the Sugar Shack again. He's been there a couple of times now. But this is really cool because he's talking about making maple syrup, right? And he's able to show us all 4 seasons as well, being in Canada. So we're just exiting the winter months. It might be colder for him than it is for me right now. But Scott is somebody who brings us all kinds of homesteading activities, both indoors and outdoors. He builds a lot of friendships with a lot of other creators as well, and really makes you feel like a part of his community. Very much like I talk about with Garden State Gardener. I'll probably start talking about Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa in a similar way. All of these creators are friends, but there's Jesse from The Mod Father is with Scott right there. Now, Rambling with the Brooms is also an advocate for helping others grow and hit different milestones. So when you're over there, you'll be welcome and encouraged to meet more friends and family members in a similar way to what we do here. No copyright on shorts. We're going to have to see. Yeah, Silent Silver. That's a weird thing. Because I know we've likely seen lots of people taking content off of the other networks, like taking TikTok videos that don't belong to them and putting them on YouTube. And I don't know how long that kind of thing is going to go on before there's going to be trouble. But that is a little bit harder to catch than when people are taking each other's shorts and putting them up. Now, YouTube's made a way that people can make shorts out of each other's content, but there's going to be at least credit given to the original creator. And forgive me, because I'm not well versed enough in that aspect of it yet to know what I'm going to do. I don't intend on making shorts out of other people's content, but we'll see. I don't know. Right now, I got enough of a full plate anyway, but I always want to encourage everybody to consider making their own content, always, because that's the safest thing you can do. Let's see who's still with us here before we talk about home bartending with John. Ghostly Winds is going to get onto the wheel with Silent Silver and Canadian Family Life. And I'll spin the wheel again in a moment. Home bartending with John has an elaborate home bar setup. Now, you don't have to have a bar like this to take advantage of this channel. He does a ton of reviews, which is great. Those are what you would expect. But this creator also wants to teach us how to make some of the most popular cocktails in the comfort of our own home. While you don't have to have a bar as elaborate as what he's got, he does show us what it takes to keep a bar like that replenished and the tools we're going to need behind the bar to make some of these cocktails. Cali King 916, I wonder if you're still here, or Destination Fun. And then thank you, Butler Family Farm, for hanging out. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. Thank you, everybody, for the 120 thumbs up, too. I really do appreciate that. Now, Home Bartending with John is considerate about thinking about different types of content, even staying within the same niche on a very focused channel. This channel is a one-of-a-kind in the Superchat family. But he will show you how to make, let's say, 6 low-calorie cocktails, or 8 non-alcoholic mocktails, for instance, which can be a lot of fun. My sister and I, when we were growing up, our parents would let us order Shirley Temples whenever we went to like a fancy restaurant or something like that, so that we could feel included, right? And, you know, it's fun, but there's a lot of that stuff out there, and Home Bartending with John will help us understand how to make these things, and in different variations as well. So sometimes he'll show you how to make a cocktail with 3 different recipes. One will be traditional, one will be quick and easy, and one might be something that's a little off from like a TV show or a movie. He takes requests on his channel, and he's already done a couple for me. Thank you, Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs, as well. I really do appreciate their help also. Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs are really working on growth and experimenting with a lot of different things, talking about analytics, tags, titles, thumbnails, and all that good stuff, but sharing knowledge with other creators. And then, of course, they're into swapping playlists with creators as well. And thank you, Beltloop29. And look at that, Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs is coming up right now, so we'll see what they've got going on their channel. If anybody in the house is still listening or watching that hasn't been on the wheel or the screen, just please say anything at all in the chat, and I'll get you onto the wheel right now. Bushido Blade Warriors on there. I'm going to go a little bit overtime, probably another 15 minutes. One of the things you want to think about, you know, you have moderators that are volunteering to help you with your streams and your channel, so you always want to be considerate about the idea that if you're going to go for a longer period of time than you expected, you know, you don't want to make everybody feel obligated, let's say, to hang out the extra time or whatever, but knowing that some of them will if they can, you just want to send some appreciation out there. But Scratch and Pete is with me with me for everything I do all the time. I don't know how he does it, but I do appreciate it. But I'll speed it along. We'll get through like 1 minute per channel right now. But if anybody hasn't been on, I can get to everybody today. I've got an extra few minutes I can stay on. Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs is up right now. This is a family vlogging channel. They're at Zellers. Yes, I didn't see the video. I saw the thumbnail, but I didn't see the video. I didn't notice that that was yours. That must have come by while I was working. But I saw this, yeah, at Zellers, which is a department store we haven't had in Canada for a long time. So I'll be interested to see what that looks like right now. And I wonder if that's going to be a scandal like my opinion says that the Target thing was. Because Target came to Canada for a cool like 12 months and disappeared. And it was a big disaster. But my understanding is that the CEO managed to walk away with millions and millions and millions of dollars. So I have a hard time believing that that wasn't planned in the beginning. But we'll see what happens with Zellers. I'm curious to know if it's going to stick around, and if it doesn't, who gets paid. Because that'll be interesting, right? But it'll be interesting to see what they have in the meantime, especially what they're going to do to compete with places like Walmart and other things like a lot of the dollar stores and things like that that are bringing us low-price goods or lower-price goods in a world of extreme inflation. Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs, now over 1,200 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 1,300 they're thinking about. They're punching out some shorts as well, and as you can see, these are getting into the couple thousand views and moving. They've got another live stream scheduled, and that's going to be on Sunday at 5 o'clock, so that might be right after Superchat, actually, or shortly after. I'm not 100% certain about the time, but I'll try to leave it where it is. And then Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs post frequently, both in videos and live streams, but they're extremely interested in helping other creators grow, and swapping playlists is a big part of that as well, so you can reach out to them. Jewel in the Kitchen, I'm not sure if I said hello, but I do have you on the wheel already. Bushido Blade Warriors coming up right now, and yeah, when we talk about Target, when I used to do a lot of work in the States, when I was a DJ, I had the chance for a couple of years to go to the States every week in the Northeast, basically in every major city, playing in different places all over the place. But what I would do is I would cross the border, no flights, so I would only drive, right? But I would go to Target, it'd be the first thing I did. And I'd bring a cooler and I'd load up with all kinds of stuff. Because I expected to maybe eat like one meal out on the road, either fast food or a restaurant, like every day while I was out on those road trips. And I'd usually be down there for 3 or 4 days at a time. Pardon me, once a month on average. Actually, if you could believe it, from Niagara Falls, I was actually living in Niagara Falls just for one summer back then. But I was driving to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania every Saturday for 6 weeks. And that's, I think, a 9-hour drive if I remember right. But I would go to Target, load up a cooler so that I wasn't spending all my money on takeout food and everything else, but it served me well in Target. I was always happy because they have things that we don't have in Canada, right? Canada only gets about 10 or 20% of the different flavors of different products that are out there. Like, you know, most Canadians probably have never had Orbit gum. And I know for anybody that is American in the chat right now, you'd probably think that's like, really? Because Orbit's at every cash register in every grocery store, but we just don't have it here, right? That's an example. I used to buy cases of Wild Cherry Pepsi because we don't have it here. We don't have Poland Springs water, which is my favorite water. Things usually come here later after they go through the test market in the States. And then, oh, there you go. Yes, Mike and Rihanna Family Vlog. See, they're also in Canada, right? In Medicine Hat, Alberta. Bushido Blade Warrior brings us video game content, a lot of live streaming, and Legend of Zelda now. They've got a Link to the Past here, which is really cool, and quite a setup on the screen, which is great. And then they mix up the gameplay on their channel all the time. They've been punching out some shorts videos as well. I just want to see how these are doing. Yep, getting into the couple thousand views. And they post videos frequently, usually. So they just put one up. And I've got this in my catch-up list now, right? No, I'm going to put it in my ketchup list right now. They're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships as well when they get to 1,800 subscribers and more. See, one of the things that I remember as well, I don't know how popular ketchup-flavored potato chips are in the United States across the country. But for my American friends that I have known for years, it was always a weird thought. They'd be like, oh, ketchup on chips, that's awful. But like when you think about the fact that a lot of people put ketchup on their French fries, it doesn't seem that out there to somebody like us. But ketchup is one of the most popular flavors in Canada. It always has been for my whole life. We have another couple of chocolate bars, and I forget which ones are not available in the States. But Coffee Crisp is something that is unique, and as far as I understand, Canadian. And so when visiting the United States or sending things to American friends, we often will send things like a ketchup-flavored potato chips bag and a Coffee Crisp candy bar. We call them chocolate bars here, but candy bar, so that they could try something that they've never seen. And it sounds weird at first. Coffee chocolate bar? But if you think about it, yeah, it's unbelievably delicious. Smarties are an interesting thing, because I understand in parts of the States, Smarties are what we call rockets. And then I don't know if they call them rockets or they have something else. And then our Smarties, which comes from the same company that makes the Coffee Crisp chocolate bars, are little chocolate-filled candies, if that makes any sense at all. Similar to M&M's. Is it only in Canada? Yes, as Canadian Family Life. I wasn't sure. And then Vintage Jewels, Gems, and Pearls. This channel is set up mostly for live streaming. So you'll be able to get into not quite an auction, but literally a sale. And we've seen channels do this. I've seen a few auction channels. I've seen a few channels selling jewelry and other things. But they do a really good job over here. They have been for a long time. I've caught them many times. Hopefully I'll catch them again. But they seem to be streaming a couple of times a week. They've got a few shorts videos. These are random. And then their videos, hopefully we'll see some more content there as well. But this is really cool because they're going to show us about silver and stones. A big thing when you talk about the value of different things, especially right now where silver is something a lot of people are watching. There's a big difference between jewelry and investment grade metal like gold and silver, but people like Vintage Jewels, Gems, and Pearls might be able to help us make sense of a bit of that. Cliff Hefner's coming up, another longtime friend. We'll see what they've got going on. Yes, Nestle. Nestle is the company, although Kit Kat is something that everybody has, right? They made a joke about that, and I think they were playing around with the song in The Office, the TV show. The Office is one of my favorite shows of all time. And I know that they were talking about Kit Kat, so I'm like, okay, that must be everywhere. And I thought it was anyway. So it doesn't make sense to me. Why would Kit Kat be there and Smarties wouldn't? Or why would Kit Kat be there and Coffee Crisp? But I guess if it doesn't fly, it doesn't fly, right? They test things out. If it doesn't make it, it doesn't make it. But I don't know what's in all that stuff anyway. It's all terrible, and I don't want to encourage anybody to eat it. I've ate an unreasonable amount of all of that stuff. And then Mama Four Boys is asking if we're in Canada. I don't know if you're asking if I'm in Canada or somebody else, but I'm in Canada in the Niagara Falls area usually. I work all around Toronto, but that's only about an hour and a half away from where Niagara Falls is. So Cliff Hefner is up right now, and this is another creator who's putting out a few shorts. Let's see what they've got going on with these right now. These are starting to move. Hopefully that continues because they'll start getting into 1,000 views and farther. Most of their videos are quite short, a lot of random when we see this, and then I just want to see the live stream. So hopefully they'll think about live streams again soon. But they've been another loyal and dedicated supporter for a long, long time. 245 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. Nora usually was thinking about Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I looked today, but I didn't see them on. I wonder if they're going to do tomorrow morning. Silent Silver's coming up right now. This is another creator that's going to be able to help us understand the idea of precious metals, right? There's a big difference between numismatic collectible coins, jewelry with metal like silver or gold, the different types of carats and things like that, and then there's investment grade metal. Even I'm unclear, and I'm interested in precious metals, but I'm and to a small degree, but I'm still Not 100% certain. As far as I get, if I understand properly, forgive me, 24 karat gold might be investment grade. So if you were, let's say, wanting to transport, I don't want to encourage anybody to play around with laws and stuff like that, but when you cross borders into different countries and things like that, you can only bring a certain amount of money, and you'll have to look at different countries and their different rules. But that is very different than wearing something. So let's say somebody was to buy, I don't know, a $1,000 ring or something like that. Doesn't matter what currency it's in, but let's just say ballpark $1,000. But that doesn't count necessarily towards the money you're bringing across when you're wearing it. It's a different story, right? So a lot of people can get away with bringing hundreds of thousands of dollars around with them. I'm talking usually celebrities and things like that when they wear a lot of gold and stuff like that. But as far as I understand, it's 24 karat. Now, I could be wrong. Hopefully Silent Silver or Vintage Jewels, Gems, and Pearls and a few other creators can help us make sense of that. But it's an idea. So Silent Silver is here right now, and they're going to talk to us about collectibles. And there's The Office right there. Look at that. I was just talking about The Office. And precious metal stacking, helping the stacking community channels by mail calls, shoutouts, item pickups, and things like that. So they'll help us understand the idea of precious metals. They got some shorts videos here as well. Let's see what they got going on with those. And these are starting to get well over 1,000 views and into the almost thousands, which is great. So Silent Silver's been with us quite a while as well. Let's spin the wheel. And there you go. And the highest number, the higher the number, the softer the gold. I understand that as well. 24 karat gold, for instance. Yeah, you don't want to drop a ring from even 4 feet, like from maybe where your hand is to the ground, because it can. It's very malleable, if that's the way you pronounce that word properly. Can find it damaged. Very simple. Oh, Silent Silver, because they use the dollar symbols. There's Silent Silver. Just Doing Our Best is up right now. We'll see what this creator's got going on their channel for today. They're going to help us with self-sufficiency and preparedness as well. A lot of our homesteading friends help us with a lot of that activity. And they're now approaching 1,100 subscribers, preparing for whatever disaster. And they do gardening, they raise chickens and ducks, food preservation, freeze drying, and everything in between. I just want to see their shorts videos as well. And these are getting into a couple thousand views. They're soon going to be over 3,000 as well, so hopefully that continues. And then I'll go through their videos, and I'm going to grab the latest one, egg harvest and freeze dried. And I'm going to put that into my catch-up list and see what they've done with that. I'm going to spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. And Mama 4 Boys is coming up. Kelly Bullock from the Bullock Experience just went live, so I've got their link. I'm going to pin it. If anybody wants to go over there, for sure they'll allow us to connect with more friends and family members. They've been a long time dear friend, but this might be the first time we're raiding them. So if you go over to the Bullock Experience, please just say Superchat Raid, and we'll get through the last few channels here, and then I'll come over there for a few minutes as well. Mama 4 Boys is coming up right now. Let's see what they've got going on. Mama 4 Boys is always bringing us delicious looking content on their channel, and you see that right away as soon as we even get into the shorts videos. Look at all this that they've got here. And then when we get into the videos, we also see more. So I'm going to take this, a easy creamy chicken pesto chicken. Okay, I'm going to put this into my ketchup list. But what Mama 4 Boys does that I find unique, and forgive me if I'm not describing it correctly, but what I've found from this channel is they're taking a lot of traditional dishes. A lot of this like looks very familiar to me, or not too off of anything that I've, had myself, but they're taking a lot of things that we might have seen. Like one that comes to mind is Hamburger Helper, right? There's macaroni and cheese here. There's pizza, homemade personal pan pizza. There is the St. Patrick's Day traditional dinner. I'm trying to find the Hamburger Helper one here. Here's an example, right? Better than the boxed, but they teach us how to make some of the things that otherwise might be popular, but we might just grab off a shelf in a grocery store, but they show us how easily we can make this at home, right? And with a significant sized family, you can imagine what it takes to keep everybody fed. So a lot of delicious looking content there. Mama 4 Boys is with us almost every day, and then live streaming might be an idea that they'll pick up again in the future. When we think about retro video gameplay, we think about Ghostly Wins, who's actually responsible for naming the ketchup list that I'm about to use to take one of their videos and put into that playlist so I can keep caught up with them. Ghostly Wins brings us Sega and Nintendo games more than anything else, but even though I grew up with this stuff, me personally actually, they're still able to introduce me to a lot of games that I had not otherwise been familiar with. And I'm learning a little bit more. I've got a couple of those like retro Nintendo and Sega consoles. I've done unboxings of these now, but it amazes me all the different games that are there that I wasn't already familiar with. But Ghostly Wins really mixes it up. One of the things you'll notice, and what I find most compelling about this creator, is that when they are live streaming, they'll give you a warm welcome. You can feel the energy and the fun that this creator's having. They keep up with the chat, but they're always in a positive mood. The other thing is they've been with us well over 2.5 years now, and Ghostly Wins has been with us almost from the beginning. And this is a creator who I know, like I said, for instance, about the Stock Explorer earlier, this is somebody who I know truly has my back. They truly care about the friendships that they've made on YouTube. They look out for other people. They notice things that otherwise might go unnoticed, but they're very much involved in their own community, and they very much care. So I hope everybody will enjoy connecting with them. They've been a dear friend for a long, long time. 762 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 800 that they're thinking about. And oh goodness, yeah, Ghostly Wins. It's unfortunate for if we have data that gets messed up in any kind of way on any computer or electronic device. Long Island Bigfoot, you're still here, so I'm going to put your channel on the wheel right now. We're just got a couple more channels to go through. I dropped a link. I'm going to drop it again in a moment, and we'll go over to see the Bullock Experience. And Canadian Family Life is coming up right now, and then we've still got Jewel in the Kitchen and Long Island Bigfoot. Canadian Family Life is up here right now, and this is the first time we're putting them on the screen. Reading and Retail, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. Canadian Family Life has 313 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 400 they're thinking about. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do first of all is set a notification for the premiere you got coming up tomorrow. I'm going to take your latest video, and I'm going to put this in my watch later list. And what that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on, as I do for all creators, and that should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well, so you don't miss our further live streams. We're usually here 3 or 4 times a week, but we mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Jewel in the Kitchen is up right now. This is another creator that's going to bring us delicious looking content. She's been with Superchat almost from the beginning, so well over 2.5 years, maybe even longer actually, and this is going to be a really interesting video to have seen. But she brings delicious looking content in all of her videos. She also collaborates with other creators. I've seen her on many StreamYard panels, and the shorts videos here are getting into the thousands of views, which is great. She's fully monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. This is where I most often see Jewel in the Kitchen. pardon me, literally in the kitchen. But she'll take us outdoors, obviously, as well occasionally. Monetized, lots of ways to support her, and over 3,300 subscribers. You know that I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have already been through in their YouTube journey to get to 3,000 and beyond. Long Island Bigfoot is coming up right now, another brand new channel to Superchat, and Reading in Retail is a longtime friend, actually, of probably a couple years as well, maybe longer. I think they've been with us from the beginning. It's great to see you back in the chat, so I'm going to put your channel up. We'll spin just for fun for you. Long Island Bigfoot, again, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take one of your latest videos. I'm going to put this into my watch later list, and then what that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch that video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well, so you don't miss our further live streams. And again, we're always here 3 or 4 times a week, but we mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Reading in Retail is a longtime friend. Like I said, I think they've been with us from the beginning, actually. So it's great to see you back in the chat. Reading in Retail now has over 2,300, almost 2,400 subscribers. I know I'm behind with your videos, so I'm just going to take the latest one. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll help me catch up a little bit. I'm just going to have a look at what you've done with shorts videos, and some of these have gotten into the thousands of views. This one here, 27,000, which is great. And live streaming is something that they seem to be doing once or twice a week, which is great, with some video gameplay. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them, and like I said, they've been a longtime friend, a book lover, Bible verses, gaming, and much more on this channel. And thank you everybody for the time that you spent. Forgive me if there's any channels that we did not get to or a little bit over time. Thank you Scratch and PPA and our moderators for the extra time. I just wanted to get through a few extra channels. I'm not expecting to be here on Saturday, but probably Sunday. I'll try not to move the time of the stream again. And after that, we'll be back Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, and then hopefully the following Saturday. So thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent. I really do appreciate every moment. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up on the way out. Give the Bullock Experience a thumbs up on the way in. I'll leave this live stream running for 3 more minutes so you can clean up your connections here, and then I'll see you over with the Bullock Experience, and we'll hang out with them for a while. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.